answer was a little delayed.
Boss, it wasn't. Couldn't get it.
Couldn't get it. Just no gap. So we're live right now?
Yeah.
Can people hear me?
I want to try to share it, but these dillweeds text us so much that I'm not going to do anything on my phone.
I'll tell you what, man. Your
Group chat, stop texting me.
dude, just silent it. I will say your voice sounds a lot better in person than it does on your phone.
You're such a douchebag.
Dude, I thought that up until the 50th episode. It's episode 47. Thank you all.
Do I have to say it closer?
All right,
You
it's
can
not
move
going to.
it.
I don't want to move it.
It's just not going to pop up, I guess. All right.
Justin Trice says, "What's up?"
What up, Trice? Jesse
So
Trice.
does Mike Wilson.
What up, Mike Wilson? Yeah. Make sure your mic's turned on there, Josh. All right, welcome back, everybody, to episode 47. This episode is brought to you by Sarah K. Speed Shots, the best in the game. You got anything?
Yeah, it made a noise.
You got to get closer to it. We got we got Josh Revison house. I had this whole thing thought up in my head where I was going to introduce everybody, and nobody's here but you. So we got Josh Revison in the house, and that's good enough for me, buddy. What do you think?
Yeah, that'll do, man.
What you been up to, bud?
Working, man. A lot of work.
A lot of work.
A lot of work. Not a lot of play. That's why I decided to take the time to do this little venture with you, buddy.
Okay, good. Well, thank you. I do appreciate you coming by. I know it's been a long time waiting for me, dude. I've had a little file on my phone with questions I want to ask you since before I even started this thing. So, we'll get.
Good.
Yeah. Like I said, you're gonna have to get a little closer. Then I'll just have to crank yours up.
Crank me up, man.
I wanted to get started with a little story that you might remember. There was a night when we and it was one of our first evenings, one of our first journeys, I'll say. We went to a mutual friend, Chris's. Right? So then we were like, oh, we got to get some.
Did you hear Jesse just take that deep breath?
So then we were like, we got to get some chicks, right? I wasn't sure if Tina was going to be out here for this part.
Oh, I thought, yeah.
Did
I
you?
thought we were skipping that part.
No,
Wow.
we're not skipping that part.
Oh.
We're not skipping anything. This is a podcast. This is real life. This is a late night show. There might be some F-bombs dropped, especially if we get a producer that was supposed to be here coming in. But,
Right on time.
yeah, we got producer Tina, which is always the best. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we were like, we got to go get some chicks. So we landed that, brought him back to Chris's house, which his upstairs was abandoned. You know what I mean? The parents never went up there. It was my basement. Okay, we'll do it by the legs. Anyway, where was I?
Chris's house, abandoned.
Upstairs is abandoned. Parents don't.
She didn't want to hear that part of the story, so she decided to.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
decided
No,
to
I'm
shake
ready.
the
I want to hear
camera a
all
little
about
bit.
it. Tell us all about it.
So,
Relax, Tina.
anyway, the next venture was, okay, what are we doing? We need to get some booze, right? And we don't have
were
cars.
Of age at this time.
Of course, yeah, 15. That was the legal drinking age at the time. We were just going to get root beers. I don't know what you're talking about anyway. So we were like, we're just really thirsty, right? We remembered that there was a cooler on your back porch. And like I said, we had to walk to go meet up with the chicks and bring them back. We're walking all over, we've done 10 miles. So we go all the way over to your house. We walk all the way over there. We get the stuff out of the cooler. And as we're getting the stuff out of the cooler, we hear your house phone ring. Which this is the day and age when obviously you still had a house phone, but you didn't have them in every room. So you just had the one down in the living room, right?
Yeah, we had 3, but my mom left the phones off the charger sporadically throughout the house, so we only had one that was ever truly working.
That was right there in the living room.
Right there in the living room.
Attached to the back porch.
Also,
So-
one of the greatest mysteries of my childhood is going to be solved right now if my dad is listening to this podcast.
Oh, dude. He's not. Don't worry. I
Here
blocked
we
him.
go.
I blocked him from this. So anyway, phone rings, right? And we're like, what the, this is probably 1 in the morning? We were,
Yeah, and not only does the phone ring, we hear it ring.
it's loud. It's an old-fashoned
loud.
in-house phone. So
So
we hear
loud.
it. We're right out on the back porch.
The
We're
porch is,
reaching over the
shaking.
back porch. We're not on it, but we're reaching over the back porch into the cooler, grabbing stuff off. We hear the phone go off, and we're like, oh my God, we drop down. We're just looking over the back porch, right? And sure enough, his dad didn't sleep through this one. You couldn't sleep through these. We could hear him through the insulated windows and everything. Doom, 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 doom. We could hear him come down the stairs. Answers the phone. We couldn't really hear what was being said, but we could tell he was like confused, and then hung up the phone. And Josh looked at me and he said, I know what's about to happen. In his pocket, looks down, it's his dad. He goes...
Dad doesn't leave the telephone. He hangs up the telephone. He puts
stands
his hands,
right there where we're watching
him. His hands got on his
like I
hips
said,
for a
now
second.
we've ran back into the bushes because if you
Yeah.
answer the phone, he might hear you through the windows.
Yeah.
We ran, you know what I mean? But we're still watching. So then your phone goes off. Hello? Where are you, Josh? And I could hear it. It was so dead silent, and we were like ninjas right now.
Again, 1, 2 a.m.
Yeah, we had backpacks on full of, So, where are you? I'm at Chris's. Why did Chris just call me? This is Chris's fault. Why did Chris just call me on the house phone and ask where you were? He meant to call your cell phone, obviously. Accidentally called your house phone. This is back when you used to have everybody's house phone. And
in Chris's defense, I had a cell phone for like 3 months at the time, so it wasn't all Chris's fault. It was also my parents'
fault. Oh, no, it was
fault.
his fault. This is fault. So he takes the bait. Somehow. Did you or did you not? Was there discrepancy the next day? We never got into it because we got wild that night and then we parted ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we couldn't remember.
You had to go be a lifeguard. You had to save lives in the morning.
Hey, we don't need to talk about that.
So we didn't, yeah.
That was the next day. I had a day of recovery.
So the funny part about this story is the second he hung up the phone and put his hands on his hips, like I knew what had just happened.
You knew you were busted.
And I was like, shit.
What's he going to do here?
Then he picked up the phone. We watched him pick up the phone. Obviously calls me. Son, where are you? I'm at Chris's. Son, where are you? I'm at Chris's. Why did Chris just call me asking where you were? Well, he's downstairs. We're upstairs using the computer. Do you want to talk to Chris?
Oh, dude, yeah, you went out on a limb there.
I will say,
really sold it.
Hindsight 2020.
As a
in the woods at that moment, I was like, "This is genius." When he was like, before he hung up, he said, "Be safe" or "Be smart."
I think you might have even thrown in there, "Do you want to talk to Chris's parents?"
I think I said, "Do you want to talk to one of them?" And
I'll go wake him up. You kind of threw a little bit of guilt in there.
And he said no, and he either said "Be safe" or "Be smart." I think he said "Be smart," which was I think his way of telling me like,
I know what you're doing.
I'm not stupid, son.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's 2 a.m. I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah.
At the time, I remember being in the woods like, that was the biggest gamble of my life right there, and it paid off. Looking back on it, my dad is definitely smarter than I was, and was like, I know exactly what's happening right now, and I'm gonna go back to bed. And he let me have it that day. Just let me have that small victory right there.
Well,
but he absolutely 1,000% knew. And now he definitely does, because Ellen's going to get tagged in this at some point.
Well, you didn't have to name drop her. Now she definitely will.
She's gonna get
I have a similar story, actually, where I got busted one night because somebody, dropped the bomb. And I wasn't going to bring this up till later, but now that we're on the topic.
Dropped the bomb. Which one?
Well, how about when we were at the bridge and we had the warm beer? I've told this story on here. We had the warm beer. We were at the bridge. It was me, Tina, Chris, I think, bunch of chicks. And then we get a text from these two little slimy guys that haven't showed up here yet. And I think, was Alex with y'all?
Alex was not with us.
Okay,
It was Mike, trust
okay.
me, because the end of the story, Mike's watching right now, and he's going to be upset.
Yeah.
Going to be publicly humiliated, but
Okay,
we'll get to that later.
They say they want to meet up with us. They were texting Chris. So they want to meet up with us. We tell them where we're at. We got plenty of beer. It's hot, but we got it. And they're on the way. That's the last we hear.
Which
well, the next
we were on the way.
They were.
Sure.
Well, next thing I know,
We were on the way.
they never showed up. And the night started wrapping up, and the beer wasn't getting any colder. So I go home, and that's when I get the text, "Where are you, and do I need to pick you up right now?" And that spawned from...
You see, that's a nice text, though. That's not the text we got. We got a much worse.
You never even got a text. Your dad said, "All right, good night."
No, we
Now-
got a text from Michelle.
Well, no, okay, that's fine. But you were the one that messed up. I had pulled off, dude. I had snuck back in the window. We were at Chris's house when she texted me. I wasn't even still out anymore. I had done all the doing that needed to be done. And then you and your little friends decided, at the time, literally, decided to leave your phone there, and then his mom walks into the room like, where are they at? She would have never known and never, like...
Okay, so there's a lot more to that story. You've taken a blind eye to half of the story.
That was all of it.
Because you're clearly still upset about it, which is fine, even though you didn't get in trouble.
Got me grounded.
You got grounded for that?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Good for me.
Yeah.
Jesse remembers. Jesse.
I think it was the first time I ever got
Yvonne.
grounded, dude.
It was a big
If
deal.
it wasn't for a little like you, I would have never gotten caught.
Because I almost got caught because of this whole thing, because I was guilty by association. I got questioned for all of this too.
So what actually happened?
You got caught every time. You suck at...
Yeah, you
Yeah, yeah.
you suck at that.
Yeah, you suck at doing
Easy,
hood rat
Yvonne,
stuff.
Okay. So what actually happened was we had snuck
Exactly
out.
like I said. He just says it
We
again.
had snuck out, and before we snuck out, this is before like you had an iPhone with locks. Before I had an iPhone that had
Yeah, you just
password
open it
locks,
up
all
as a
that
flip
stuff.
phone.
It's a flip phone.
You just go through your text messages.
I had like the gray Verizon flip phone, the NV Touch or whatever it was, and couldn't find it. Didn't care though, because we had an adventure to go on. We had things to do.
They had phones, yeah.
Yep.
Who cares?
They couldn't find it, and I was like, you know what?
You
Not-
couldn't
not
find it. Well,
worth
guess
the
who
time.
could find it very easily?
And it was in between the couch cushions. And I don't know if it's just the timing of it. I'm also not convinced Michelle just didn't have the phone like the whole time. Didn't just steal the phone and hold on to it all night. But eventually
You get
ended
the
up
dog?
finding the phone in the couch
Slowest, like turtle, actually.
in the couch cushions, and immediately texting us and being like, she texted the three of us and said, you have like 8 minutes to be back here.
And it was a group chat that I was in. Okay, so this is where I get involved, and now my mom knows. My mom, what up? My mom knows his mom, or no, my mom knows the mom that caught them well, and... No. What? So then... Well, where was I even at? Alex, sit down and settle down for a minute. Jesus Christ, shut up. All right.
Sorry, Dad.
You should be. And that's granddad to you. I feel like Tom Cruise, didn't he just do that something? Is that a news focus story? To berate somebody. But they didn't deserve it. Alex did. That was the difference. So that's where I got busted. It's just right away, as soon as all that happened, she called my mom and said, oh, guess what they're doing? They're down at the bridge drinking beer.
Well,
Root beer.
Yeah.
Too much sugar, though. My mom
the
didn't
best
like
part
that. It was
about
good to my
that
diet.
story gets untold, or doesn't get told, because Mike,
Well, now I'm nervous.
when we got that text message to be home in 8 minutes and we were like a mile and a half away, Tyler and I immediately start running. So does Mike.
Mike says he hates you for this story.
Oh, God, I never heard this part.
Mike gets about 250 yards and he is gassed.
Is this supposed to be on?
I got you. Oh, yeah? 150 yards?
He runs 250 yards and is absolutely gassed. Now, Mike just happens to live about halfway to where we need to get to.
Yeah.
And he just gives up like halfway. He's like, screw it. I'm going home. Just knocks on his own door. Turns himself in.
Yeah, he's like...
Turns himself in. He's like,
should have climbed through his window.
I'd
woken
rather
up into
get
that.
grounded than run this last
Get
3/4
the
of
shit
a mile.
kicked out of me by Tyler's mom.
Like, I would rather hang it up
And by
right
the
now
run,
and turn
too,
myself in than do any more cardio for the night. That's where Mike Wilson was at. So shout out to Mike.
Shout out to
For
Mike.
just
We'll see him
absolutely-
Saturday night. We got another episode coming Saturday night with Mike.
He said I ran a mile in 15 minutes back then.
I tell
By
you-
the way, Susan
horrible.
and Jeanette are both watching right now.
Oh,
that's
Jesus.
fine. That's fine.
All right, Alex. What's up, dude? You made it. Thanks for coming out, brother. Sorry, I had to go back. I've had 9 distractions already this episode, and it's gonna.
Well, let's make it a 10.
And not only the distracting beforehand, where I'm like, Josh is reading me off these group chats while I'm like setting up, and it's like, what's going on here? But anyway, I'm just messing with you. What you got there? What is that? What do you got
This
there?
is
What is that
called
called?
this is called the devil's dick.
Ooh.
It's literally
Put it on the table.
the worst fucking thing ever.
Put it on the table for us.
Why'd you bring
And
it?
show that Titans hat real quick.
Oh,
You gotta lean right up in the camera.
So this is
Oh
Is it?
Yeah, tell us about it here.
Is this like some
All right.
bootleg stuff, or is this like you actually bought it? Like,
No,
is
no,
it like
so
a
this
Tito's
is-
product?
I made this.
Okay.
It's anybody can fucking make it. It's just habanero peppers cut up into vodka,
Oh.
and then you let it marinate. Now you're supposed to let it marinate for like 24 hours, but obviously they have 24 hours.
You guys
notice.
will.
Yeah, so I mean it's been marinating for at least 5 hours. So
Well, I don't drink liquor, so I'm going to dislike that part more than I'm going to dislike the spice.
just
Smell that. Let me
yeah,
smell.
we're chasing hot sauces. Wicked tickle.
Wicked tickle, baby. Devil's dick and a wicked tickle. What do you think?
Good night.
Okay.
Well, I'll try that if you try that.
Oh, I will.
Ugh.
Oh my god, dude. Touched it with my nose too. That's probably gonna burn. I didn't mean to, but I got a big nose, dude.
Is Mike upset about the fat jokes?
That's a Tennessee Titans, baby.
Tighten up, baby. Not to
We'll leave
mention
that
I
there.
brought some,
Does that look
I
good?
brought some Jaeger strained weed.
Oh god,
Is that okay?
it smells bad, and I don't think that's legal here in the state. We're in the state of.
I live in Florida where nobody gives a shit about anything.
You got a prescription? Hopefully, Jesus Christ.
Well, I am a vet, and I can get my medical card like that.
Okay, you're a
It's like
veterinarian.
200, it's like
But we haven't
$200.
done that.
You pay $200, and now you can buy whatever weed you want.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Well. Either way, back to what?
I'm gonna roll one over here, okay?
What?
Don't smoke in here.
Wilson Senior says, "What's up, peckerheads?" He
What's
wanted me
up?
to make sure that you heard the peckerhead part.
I can hear
Very
his voice saying
specific.
that.
Also, you can't touch that mic too much because it's.
I
Like,
got some-
kinda
I saw
noticing.
I got some Mike
Take a quick
Senior
notice.
stories.
He's
I
already
can throw
pro.
out
He's
there
a-
too if he wants.
We got. I
to.
got guys
I've
that
got
come in
a
here
really
just
good,
the whole time.
Mike
I'm like,
Senior story.
can't you hear that? All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about your baseball career, early days, and high school days.
You,
You
sucked
started-
at both.
Yeah. This could
We're
get
off the
interesting.
rails already.
Could get interesting.
I'm just
See,
kidding.
you've got a heckler now. See, now it's time for you to tell stories, and now you've got a heckler backstage, and it's just gonna really fuck you up.
No, it'll be all right. We'll survive it. I'm
It smells
usually
like
doing
California
all-
in here.
I feel like I'm usually doing all the heckling. Now.
California.
Sorry, Josh. What?
I said I'm used to doing all the heckling.
Yeah, I hear you. What? So tell us about the early days. Were you always passionate about baseball?
How early?
Let's go back to childhood and then high school, middle school.
The earliest picture I have, like playing baseball, I think I was 2.
Okay.
And I got like one of those big plastic tees with the big yellow bat
Yeah.
in the garage I used to hit off of.
Nobody had one of those.
No, nobody had one of those.
I had
Very
20
rare.
of them because I was a champion my entire life.
Justin Trice says you were trash at both.
Justin Trice called me like 2 days ago.
I think he was probably referring to
I haven't
Josh.
talked to this
No,
man in
he
like
wasn't.
6 years.
Well, he says you were trash.
Well,
You
Tell
were
Justin Trice I will-
play on the high school team. Right?
Justin Trice's dad used to call me Stretch because I used to play. They would put me
Wasn't
at
because
first.
you were tall.
Absolutely not. I mean, I
don't
was
have
like
to be when
4'2"
you're
going into
stretched,
high
dude.
school, you know. But so that was it. I was playing first base and I was a lefty, and I would have to stretch for anything thrown to me, and so that's why
That's
his
called
dad used to
yoga,
call me
dude.
Stretch.
That's called yoga.
Dude, yoga wasn't even invented back then, okay?
You're that old?
As
We're
old
the
as you,
We
We're
were
the same exact age. This is the
weird
weirdest thing. We're the
that
same
old.
exact age, and we both like the Titans.
The same exact age. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's wild.
Same day, same year. Both Titans fans.
I remember
Dude, if we
Alex
meet a
trying out for
third-
the high school team. I remember that vividly. And not making it, but I remember him trying
Aw,
out.
It sounds like
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
make it.
All right, well, at least
wasn't
you made
because
it
of my
here.
playing.
Unlike Tyler,
I'm pretty sure
who didn't
Ziegler
make
just
it here last
hated
time.
me.
Zieglock definitely
Anybody
hated
remember
you.
I said at least he made it here, unlike Tyler last time.
Yeah.
Who also didn't make the basketball team? Tyler Groves. We got to
I think
shred you for a
Tyler-
second there. He
I think
tried out.
Tyler tried out for the baseball team in high school with my glove. He used my glove
Your
to
pitcher-
try
I
out.
don't think he
Your
tried out for the
pitcher's
baseball
net?
team.
I think he did.
Weren't you a pitcher, or you a regular glove?
No,
a
he
pitcher, a
used
catcher.
he used like an infield glove.
I pitched in Little League. I was really good.
I pitched too, but I was.
Alex
not
could have
good.
played. Alex could have played high school ball.
Why didn't he?
He probably should have made it. Honestly, probably because Zieglock absolutely hated
Do you
him.
think I could have?
He had all the right in the world to hate him.
Do you think I could have played high school baseball?
You?
Yeah.
I've seen you throw like random things. Like I've seen you
I've
throw a
actually done
dart,
that.
and that's enough for me to pretty much say no, probably not.
I smoked you that night, dude. Last time we
You smoked
played.
me one time.
One time.
One time.
What is this? Hold on. So, to the audience listening right now, he just brought up my dart throw, acting like I can't play baseball, which I might not be able to, but I could back in the day.
Physically cannot, no.
I did pitch. Tyler, where's Tyler at?
I pitched and played center field.
Everybody pitch, man. Now your
No, they
brother
didn't.
Your brother was a fast center.
I did it,
fielder,
and I
man.
didn't
Your
do it
brother
well.
played
Oh,
outfield.
dude,
a
my
little
brother
bit.
was the bomb, bro.
What's
He's
his
nasty.
He was fat.
All right, well, with a PH or an F?
No, he was really fast. Justin.
Oh, fast. I thought you said
yeah.
fat.
No,
Oh,
I
I did
did say fat.
Okay.
But no,
He was
really.
both.
Justin was fast, man.
All right,
I know
so
that.
Dude,
You
now he's
played-
fat.
yeah, you played association obviously because we don't have middle school baseball around here or
Big
anything like
boy.
that. I got a couple people in California that watch this, and a bunch of different states, so they might have like middle school
I
baseball.
think
I
they
don't
have
know.
middle school baseball in some parts of Virginia now.
Really?
Not here.
All right, but you didn't have that. So
No,
you
they
played in
don't
high
have
school.
any middle school baseball teams.
Did you make?
How are you going to tell me that?
I've never heard of any middle school baseball teams here.
You ain't never heard of shit. You live in Florida, bro. All right, so you go to high school. Did you make the team your freshman year? What happened? Did you do JV first? I actually don't know because I never really kept up. Because all this happened when we were doing going to get the.
It was
Yeah.
just
Going to
irrelevant,
get
dude.
caught,
Josh
all
was
that
a
was
loser
just-
in high school.
And I raced. Yeah. I raced.
bit.
If anything, I was. I raced cars, and y'all did the sports and everything. So I didn't really keep up other than on the weekends, on like Saturday nights, and I didn't really
In
talk to
English
y'all about that
class.
stuff.
Yeah.
And that, when I was falling asleep in English class.
Ethan, you were far from a loser. I idolized you in high school. You were so calm and so collective,
What?
and I was just a wild animal.
I guess I was. I don't know. It's weird to hear about how people think about you.
Yeah, those are good.
I don't. Is that how you would have taken me back in high school?
Calm and collected?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Or you just
Yes,
blowing
you were.
smoke
Don't
up
let
my
them-
ass,
don't
dude?
let them
Neither of
poop.
those words.
Don't let them get to your
Collected sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I had a
I'll
job
give
the
you
whole
that.
time.
You did. You had a job.
Not even where I ended up working. I'm saying like I was either doing the lifeguarding or Beef O'Brady's or
Rise.
you remember?
I just saw Beef O'Brady's the other day.
What's that?
No.
We got your comments
Nostalgia.
we need to catch up
Georgia.
on?
What?
Yep.
None at all.
Well, Hollywood wants to know if he's the only one who's having audio issues. Nobody else has chimed in about it though.
Well, he's the one out of one so far.
What's his name?
Hollywood.
Well, his name's Ryan, but he goes by Hollywood. Hollywood Auto Sales.
Ryan Melton?
Shout out Hollywood Auto
No.
Sales. But the live and everything's working. I don't know.
Yeah, we're good.
I don't know. I think everything should be working. Does anybody have a phone that they can? And it's going to be really annoying into the mics, but you can just see if you can hear everybody well. All right. So into high school, you make the team in high school.
Well, the way it works, man, is you get to try out for the high school or JV in 8th grade. So I didn't make it in 8th grade, try it out. Made JV in 9th and 10th. And then after you make it, past 10th grade, you have to be on varsity. You just don't play. So played 2 years of JV and then 2 years of varsity, like the absolute vanilla of the vanilla. Yeah, nothing
But
interesting.
then
Cut, bare minimum, bare minimum, bare minimum, bare minimum. So
And then what?
nothing exciting.
Okay, but did you play well in high school? Were you starting, or were you just sitting the bench? Obviously not.
No, I started, which is not to say anything. You play 4 years and you play at like the minimum level every year.
Yeah.
So like, got to play as a freshman on JV. I honestly I don't even remember if I was playing like short or because everybody did everything, right? Like your first baseman would pitch, your right fielder would pitch. So I
Yeah.
played like short, pitched a little bit, caught a little bit.
We don't nod no while things are good. I'm looking at you the whole time, like, oh god, we got to start
No,
the whole thing
I'm
over.
sorry,
She's sitting there
I'm-
nodding, like, oh, it's really bad, and I'm like, and she's like,
No, I was just. Okay, all right. Listen
you know
here.
what I'm saying? I'm like literally like my
Dang
heart's
it,
beating
Ira.
out of my chest, like, oh, it's so bad. Like the whole thing, dude. I did 2 whole episodes, including the one on my birthday after Tyler no showed me, and I had to redo the audio really quick.
How many
I
times are
ended
we gonna
up just-
jab at Tyler
We're gonna
today?
throw 100 of them, dude.
Every chance we get.
Every minute that he would have been here, 60 of them. I was just using the audio off the camera, which is horrible.
Do you have a lighter?
No. I really don't smoke in here because it
I
clouds
was literally
up.
just at the gas station.
Get your shit together, dude.
Why? Why were you
Bless
running late and at the
America.
gas station, Alex?
Well, I thought someone was going to smoke with me,
Josh?
Got to pass.
Come on.
Pass.
Do we want to try this really quick? Let's.
I think
Let's do it.
I think we should let Alex
No.
and you try
Hey,
that.
I don't have any
Absolutely.
shot glasses. I don't drink liquor.
Oh my God, you are not taking that to that dome piece, son. That is
Not during Corona.
definitely not during Corona.
We got.
Waterfall it.
I'm just kidding. I live in Florida. We don't care about Corona.
Yeah, it doesn't even exist down there.
It doesn't.
Are you a Jorge Masvidal fan?
I can't sit here and say
That's
that
a
like
no.
I love Jorge Masvidal.
Will you pour out that other water right there cup, Alex? Just pour it outside. Yeah, and then we'll each have one, and then we'll just. I'll
No,
pass one to
you
Tina.
guys got that, man. You guys,
What?
you guys.
No.
You gotta try it.
No, you have to try
I
it.
can't be getting no devil dick in me.
Oh, dude, you're gonna get so much dick in you.
It's gonna happen.
This is already an explicit podcast, but he makes it like some type of new rating that's we're gonna have to like break a different barrier.
Really, like, not safe for anybody at all
it's cool.
ever.
I'm just fucking with him.
Is Senior still on here? Because I'd like to screw with Senior a lot.
Well, just talk about him. He'll catch up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Somebody will tag him right now, and then if he's not on here, then he'll realize he needs to be. I don't drink liquor, so
Oh.
shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
I'd pour that back.
Oh, he got 3 of them, dude.
Goodness.
All right, you ready?
No,
Cheers. Merry
I
Christmas.
thought he was taking one.
No, I'll take one after you guys so I can pour one in the glass.
No.
Oh, extra pepper. Lucky you.
How bad is this going to be?
Oh, just do it. Don't
Our
think about
plumbing's
it,
gonna
just
be
do it.
ruined.
This was
I would
not
take
my
the peppers
idea.
out if I could, though. You don't
I've
wanna
got.
swallow the peppers.
Did we ever get the camera angled up?
It's better.
How much better,
What are you about to do? Soak some ink down there?
dude? He said get the peppers out.
I would
Man.
get the peppers out.
And anybody
just
who
don't
creates something
open
with
your
this
gullet.
name,
You don't want something chunky in your
Where's
shot.
the? Why didn't you put the thing back in it?
It's right here. Oh, you're talking about...
The little pop
It didn't even
cap.
come with one. That's a smaller bottle.
I don't drink Tito's. Well, I was,
don't drink anything like that.
yeah, no, I'm way too soft for all that shit. Why are you gonna put it on the table? Just kidding,
Where do you want them to put it?
dude. People bust
Gonna
beers on
burn
the
right
table and
through the
everything. I don't
table.
care at all. Yeah, just don't throw it at me. What the fuck?
Rona.
I think it dies.
Corona over
Corona's in there.
Kills
It's
Corona.
gone.
Come here, Bristol.
Are you not? Are you not doing this, Alex?
I am. I'm waiting on it, you guys, so I can
I'm
take
gonna do
one
that
out
little
of
piece of
the
pepper.
glass.
Oh my!
Cheers.
Scared?
It's not.
No, it just.
Holy fuck. What?
You can't take a sip of something. Give it a minute.
Fuck you, dude. Here. No sips of nothing.
I'll
Oh,
take
dude.
it. I'll take
Oh
it.
my
I just
God.
picked up those peppers and just
Idiot.
rubbed my eye.
Did you? You didn't even.
Why?
No, I didn't do it. I watched you do it. Are you okay?
No. I mean, it's a lot better than doing that. No, you didn't get enough. You got to really do it a wing. We got popcorn chicken over there. You got to really spread it on a popcorn chicken wing.
Where did the
Can you
popcorn?
hear
It's
me?
pretty
You didn't- he's
fucking
not mic'd up. Or he's
How
not
long has
headphoned
the
up.
popcorn chicken been sitting there?
It's been
This
there the
whole time?
What, are you going to dip that in your drink?
the whole time? The whole time? Since the last
No,
show?
since today. I bought it on the way here.
Ah, that's hot.
Yeah, dude. Here you go.
Oh my
Alright,
god,
where's the
that's
Give this one to Tina. It's
That's
not that bad. It
horrendous.
goes away a lot quicker than that other stuff. It's not bad. Tina will like it. She's Colombian.
it's not
dude.
bad.
She's,
It's just
she's
the-
like this.
the-
Is,
don't get me wrong. It
I'm
tastes like
sure I
ass.
can manage.
she can. She handles everything better than I do.
Ugh.
on, that, on the spice levels. Okay,
I don't think the
Appreciate
spice
you. That's
is bad.
That is
The-
plenty.
we're all over the place.
Thanks, bud.
It's a train wreck. We're
The
hitting
actual
skids.
taste of that is
Pretty good.
It smells.
If you like
it
ass.
just smells like a bell pepper.
Well,
All right,
good
Josh.
thing I love ass.
Wash it down with some of that.
that's yeah.
Where's the top? Let me get the top.
Josh is clearly not a. Who is it?
Yeah, I tell you what though, man. If you're telling me that this is stupid hot, it smells so good.
It tastes really good until you swallow, and then it turns to battery acid. That's the best way I can describe it. It's got great flavor, and then you swallow, and you just want to die.
Oh, you got
so
the
many
finger
things
trick.
to
Dude, I
say
took
to
a
you
piece
right
of
now,
pepper.
but-
Yes, yeah.
I took one piece
Pun
of pepper.
intended.
I can't. Sorry.
Here.
Ugh.
You can't do the pepper?
Devil's dick. No, I'm gonna pass on that. Appreciate
I could tell that the liquid itself was hot enough. It's not
Yeah.
the pepper that got me. I
I mean,
swallowed
it's-
it right away.
it's like a-
I didn't chew it up, or else I would
It's a
have
good
died.
hot though. It's not like a.
Cheers. Good to see
It
you.
doesn't last long.
It's not like an abnormal heat, but it is an abnormal taste, to say the least. Yeah, it's not
Well-
good, Tina.
It
So
just
it's supposed to marinate for 24 hours.
I think it marinated long enough.
It's literally been like 4. Oh fuck.
oh, I have the hiccups now.
He's like,
Dude, why are you?
no, it
You're
goes away
crying.
quick. It goes away quick. I feel
Grind,
good.
dude.
You're
I
you're-
smoked weed earlier.
I'm gassed up now, dude. All right, so back to we're just gonna take a while now.
You really don't have a lighter anywhere?
What kind of pepper was
I
that?
don't know.
Habanero? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I have no idea.
It literally just tastes like a bell pepper. But
Okay,
it's
Tina, we
spicy.
get it. We get
No,
it, Tina.
I mean it's spicy, but like the flavor
Yeah.
tastes like bell
She has
pepper.
hiccups. Nobody else does.
I do have hiccups. I'll admit to that.
So did you go on
Well,
after
man, I
high
got
school?
hiccups.
Did you get picked up? After high school, you said you did vanilla high school. You just did 2 years sophomore, 2 years varsity. If they had a freshman team, you'd have played that biatch. So where do you go from there?
Biatch.
You walk on at college.
Is that,
yeah.
Well, you can. Anyway, so
He worked really hard for that.
Yeah. Well, kind of his whole life, a little bit. They don't let anybody walk on. If I went to Radford, dude, you know damn well Mike Wilson would have been on the baseball team if they let anybody walk on.
Dude, I didn't even get accepted into Radford.
No offense, Mike Wilson. I'm just saying. I was saying. If I would have gone to Radford too, I'd have walked my ass over there.
Just so you know, to get into Radford in 2009, 2010, all you had to do was sign your name.
Application.
You just had to physically be able to sign your name, and Alex can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, I'm just an idiot.
He's illiterate. That's not a bad thing. Dale
No,
Earnhardt
I'm a people's
too.
person, not a college kind of person.
Dale Earnhardt was illiterate, I think they say.
Yeah, well, me and Dale Earnhardt, well, he died early, so.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
he was 40s.
I don't
You
think
still
I
got
had
some
time.
40s? That's mad early.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just you like that's not like 20.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Granted, we're almost 30, dude.
Dude.
I think Josh is 30,
Josh
huh?
is there.
29.
Yeah,
So
he's
pretty
lying,
much.
huh?
Yeah, so first of all,
We're right
kiss
behind
my
you.
ass,
We're right
team.
behind you,
You're
cowboy.
You're there.
Yeah, we're coming along. So how did the high school career go? I mean the college career go. The first couple years, y'all weren't even that good. The first couple years, though, huh?
No, they sucked the entire time.
Which one?
The first
High
couple
school
years
or
of
college?
College, my bad.
College.
Oh, never mind.
I played on 2 good teams those first 2 years. I think at the time, the school had set like 3 or 4 consecutive years of like single season wins. So it was a
Really?
progressively, yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was not good.
I think
So-
my freshman year they were 28 and
Sorry.
28, something like that, 28 and 28 or 29 and 29. The next year they did 30. Next year they did 32. So it was still like climbing, but they weren't like by any means really, really good. But
That's
a lot
good
of
racing numbers, half and half.
yeah,
You win half the race.
I played with a lot of talented guys, but in baseball there's so many things happening on the field. You know, you play with anywhere from probably like 12 to 15, 17 guys a day. So you got to imagine trying to get 17 people lined up on a day. Like think about basketball. You know, you play with X amount of guys on the court at a time, and you only need 1 or 2 guys to be hot. Like it's tough to do it with baseball, so it's a little different.
Who was your favorite guy? Your guy, you were
like
just like, that's
teammate?
my dude. Yeah.
Teammate.
Illiterate.
It depends, man. Yeah, wow.
Who's your
Wow.
favorite guy?
I hope he's watching
Who's your
this
favorite
too.
guy? Like,
You had
wow.
to have sex with one man.
All right,
Wow.
guys, I didn't say that. All right, you guys are going
Like-
a little left
He was
field
waiting to
here.
hear
It's
his
a
name.
heavy question, huh?
Dude, favorite teammates tough because you have like favorite teammates for different reasons. Like favorite person to be around every day. You know, I live with a bunch of guys that were great and room with them on the road. Anybody you can spend that much time with is
I never lived with you.
awesome dudes. Well, you didn't go to college. You got a job right away and made money. I was losing money.
I mean, a
So,
little bit.
but like,
Remember you complaining about that? He'd be like, literally, dude, I'm so broke, man. I can't even afford a pack of Natty Light.
Yeah.
dude,
I'm like,
Wait,
I would come in and like, I was in the Army still, and so I would come in and be like, hey, I'm coming to visit you boys, and they'd be like, oh yeah, he's gonna buy like 6 packs of beer, hell yeah. And so I would get there and buy like
yeah, there was a time
3
period where Tyler
24
and I-
packs of Natties.
There was a time period where Tyler and I were living together, and we used to decide between popcorn and tuna for dinner, and then we would put different things on, like mustard, mayonnaise, ranch, like on the
Taking notes. This is our diet right now.
yeah
It's
on
broke
the
shit.
on the tuna because we had $0. So like anytime Senior came down,
Literally.
Senior would take us to the ABC store to Food Lion, and we would just have racks of meat, and we would make Mike give us all his food. And then that was kind of it. Like we were that kind of broke because it's tough. College is tough, man.
And what about this one other question I wanted to ask you about? Do you get sponsored in college? Because obviously you can't do anything else. Do you get sponsored, or do you get? I remember there was some type of discrepancy. Maybe it was once you were pro.
Yeah,
About
so
you can get bats and stuff like that for free. And
so there's no sponsorships in college. The sponsorships go through, typically they used to go through the head coaches. Now they typically go through the universities, so the universities can, kind of get those benefits of free gear. When I was going, it was kind of through the head coach where the head coach would, have a contract with Wilson, but the school had a contract with Nike. So we would have Wilson bats, balls, gloves, all that stuff.
Dope.
And then everything we wore would be Nike. So, and then you didn't really have to, I was lucky enough to where I didn't really have to spend any money baseball-wise in college.
Why is that?
Just we had it all kind of provided for us, all practice gear. Everything was kind
I
of
thought you were
provided
talking
for
about
you.
I don't know.
And then when you got the pro
in general,
ball,
I'm like, what?
Pro ball was different. Pro ball, all of a sudden, it was like, hey, you have to pay for everything. Like, I didn't have an agent, didn't sign for big money, so it was like immediately, like you physically have to have wood bats, and they have stuff at the complex you can use, but like as a catcher, you have catcher's gear. Now you're catching.
That's a lot of gear too, man.
Dude, that's a lot of gear.
Yeah,
And it's expensive.
touched
so-
on that earlier.
Did you
were
wear a cup
catcher.
every time?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Gotta always protect the McNuggets, son.
Hopefully you can use them bad boys one day, huh?
First time for everything.
Yeah. All right. So
But yeah,
I
no
touched on that earlier.
sponsorships
You were
in
a
college.
pitcher. So that makes it.
Stop
does it
saying pitcher, man. You say pitcher one more time,
Catcher.
I'm coming across this table.
Dude, do it.
Dude, you're a pitcher.
I'll fucking meet you in the middle, bro. How about
into
that, dude?
Me and the
I'll
devil's
meet
dick
you
coming
at the
across
Tito's
the table.
bottle. We'll be elbows. All right. You were a catcher. And it's weird to be offended not to be called a catcher, for one. Two,
Josh is definitely a catcher.
Yeah,
He's for sure a
right?
catcher.
Okay.
Whole
So
life.
anyway, secondly, does that make it easier, harder? Obviously, it makes it a lot harder for all the gear that you now have to buy for yourself and all this kind of stuff, which is also ridiculous because they probably require you to buy certain colors, but yet you still have to buy it. How does that work?
Again, man, like, so the complex would have a lot of stuff, and then you go to affiliate. So you have, for example, you have rookie ball, low A, high A, double A, triple A. Every affiliate's got different gear.
High A right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they'll give you gear, but like lots of times, especially in the lower levels, which is where I spend the bulk of my time.
Yeah.
And by the bulk, I mean the entire time. And they would give you gear, and then you would like put it on and be like, dude, I can't. It's like, imagine driving the race car, and then the next day you come out there like, here you go, and it's a Dodge Caravan, and you're like,
That's a
Yeah,
that's
but
underneath.
that caravan's got a Hemi.
I could win a race in a caravan, to be honest.
That
They're pretty
caravan's whipped.
fast.
You have a caravan?
I did.
Oh,
I agree with you though.
oh
So
my god.
I was like, I didn't see
Did
what
you have the
driving.
tan one?
No,
Was
not
it
right
tan?
now.
No, it's the blue
Blue?
one.
Nate?
Man, that thing, I would whip that thing.
Was it yours or was it like your parents' car?
Yeah, it was parents.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
went and bought a minivan.
Oh yes, it was your parents' car. Remember?
First
I was
thing she
saying,
did.
Had kids. She was
15 in
having-
3 months. She was like, I got my learners. I'm going to go get this Dodge
Dude, I
Caravan.
used to be mad good friends with Megan, and I would come over there all the time. And your dad is hysterical.
Dude, I know. I'm trying to get him on this podcast. Tina won't let me.
No, I don't.
What?
No.
Why?
No.
Dude, I think it'd be funny.
Tina,
bro.
Dude, I heard some awesome stories from this man.
Right?
Oh, I've heard great stories from
if he
Ethan
ain't
about
got him,
that,
he'll
man.
make them up.
There are great stories.
You want to call him right now?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Call him right
Yeah,
now.
No,
contact
no, no,
him.
no, no.
Speed dial
I
right
thought
now.
you were gonna call him. I thought y'all were boys.
I don't
then.
have his
They
number
are
or
boys.
anything. Jesus.
Oh, okay. Y'all ain't boys
Speaking of
then.
I haven't
Speaking
seen the
of
man in like
calls,
8 years.
Can we talk about your
Yes.
sister
Can
calling
we
my
tell
house?
that story? Can we tell the story?
Yeah, so your
Wait,
house
what?
phone's a
So-
hotline, huh?
Yeah,
We got a
so
little story
Josh's
here.
house
We're gonna
phone
get back into
apparently.
this though. 'Cause you haven't even made it pro yet in this story.
Yeah.
Kinda. You
Yeah,
have,
but
now
that's the
that- now
point.
that you
We're
have it.
bouncing around a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah,
We'll
that-
get there
okay.
by the
Right.
end.
Megan, lock in, girl.
So
Fix your
That's
face
at
and
the bottom
pay
of my
attention.
page. We're doing here.
she's
I love it though.
she's so pretty though.
I haven't seen her in like years.
It's the dumbest
You
story
trying to say she was
ever.
pretty back then, but
So
not
dumb.
now?
No,
I haven't
but
seen
like
her in
thank
years.
God.
No, fuck me.
Oh.
Alex, like, what?
Had
like I
anybody
just
else,
said.
Me.
had
She was
anybody
definitely
else
pretty
done
back then.
this? Like she's still pretty. Had anybody else done this though?
Let's hear it, Josh.
Like
The home line was a hotline, huh?
yeah.
The home line was the hotline.
That's got
The home
some
line
people
was
in
just
trouble.
like I don't even know how you motherfuckers got the number.
Seriously, you gave
Nobody,
her
I
that
never, not
Your
one
time-
time,
brother,
phone.
dude.
not one time
Dude,
in my
where's the
life
beer?
did I ever pick up.
in that fridge.
Anybody
Never
need a
in my
refill?
life did I
I'm good.
get a
Yeah.
call on my house phone and pick it up.
It was your brother.
I know, but like I'm saying, how did people get the number?
Your brother.
There's no way
No,
my brother
Chris
handed
from
that stuff
the
out.
previous story would have never given
Wow.
or never been given. You know,
That's-
He had it
the
to
number
call.
From his brother.
That's the confusing part. Like I never at one time, never in my life was someone like, "Hey man, like what's your number?" And I was like,
Give you my 744.
"Here's my
Did he look it up in like
804-744."
the Brandermill phone
Like-
book?
like,
Like you remember
no
when we
doubt.
used to get those in the mail?
No doubt.
You got that bandana? Ooh.
Yeah, I'm a real ass motherfucker.
You gotta say it in the mic. People probably can't. I can hear you, but I don't know if people.
No,
I will
you-
Hopefully
after I
people
take a leak.
cannot hear you.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it is kind of dim when.
But yeah.
I'm not ready
So
for
anyway,
Yeah, I don't know how people got that number, but it was, dude. It got a lot of people
number
in
got
trouble.
out there.
But
My sister got a hold of it apparently.
that. Yeah,
and
what
that's,
happened
that's
there?
the other thing.
Let's hear what happened there.
Oh, so we are doing that story.
Yeah.
we are right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're-
Oh, yeah.
we're already there.
rolling.
Gosh, man. So I'm in.
These peppers coming out.
I'm in.
We're so good.
I think I'm in college at this point. I might have graduated college.
No,
I might have been in. I might have been in my first off season.
no, mm-mm.
You're sure,
Positive.
It doesn't matter.
Tina? You're sure.
Yeah.
So,
She don't know.
anyways, I get a text that's like,
No offense.
"Who's
Very bad
Megan
with talent.
with the last name?" And I'm like, "From my mom and my dad." And I'm like,
Okay, yeah, okay, I would say I was a little confused. I'm like, what?
I'm like, I'm not going to answer this text message. I'm going to ignore it for now and
You know
think
you
about
got
how
connections.
how
yeah.
did this
Right.
come about? Like, why am I getting this text? No, it could be a completely innocent text. Like,
But
she just
likely
happened.
not.
Yeah,
She left
but,
a plate of cookies on our porch.
but my brother,
Probably not. You knew Megan a little bit. You're like, probably not that. Probably not
Yeah.
anything good.
I knew Megan enough to know, like, all right, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some side work on this before
Somebody
I respond.
died, is in jail, or
Yeah.
busted.
So I'm actually home, which is why I think that's why I thought I was
You were in
graduating
college.
already.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
I'm home when I get that text message. So like I'm out of the house. I get that text. I'm like, that's really weird. I'm gonna ignore it. Never really find out. Can't get a hold of anybody. Like I'm calling my brother, who is notorious. Like we don't even know if he's coming for Christmas. Like
Right now,
we're all
It's 2 days away.
yeah. Christmas is like tomorrow, and we have no idea. Just can't get him on the phone. So I do the courtesy check of like calling him a couple times just to be like, hey, what am I about to walk into? And I come home and my mom's like, who is this person? I don't know.
Oh, that's my bitch.
Megan.
I'm like, I don't know. She's like, is she related to Jesse? And I'm like, how does my mom like remember?
I was already fixing their
How
air
does-
conditioners.
We're like
How does she?
neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, how does she always remember shit I don't need her to remember?
Well, because she knows me separately.
But
not
the
because-
second
'cause we
I
were
need her
friends
to
late.
remember something,
We weren't like childhood friends, but I go over there and fix their air conditioner back in the day. So she
you
knew me
back
from
in the
that.
day, you do it like twice a week.
Well, I know that, but it was
You-
going on back in the day, and it's still going
If
on
we-
now.
That's
if
how
we
Ethan
fully-
got the hook on
if
Jess.
Now they
if
got
we
new
fully
units.
paid
Oh,
for
he's
service.
in
Now
my
they got new
AC.
units, and I haven't been in a
Oh
long
my
time.
God, dude, it's
Thank God they got some new janks.
unbelievable.
Shout out
that's
to Ellen,
That's a whole different story. But
the generous, who gave them that for free. Just kidding. That'd be nice though.
Brad
that guy's
Bradley's
awesome.
For all
watching
the
this
for
right
all the
now.
things she's done, she should. What?
I said that guy's awesome.
Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah,
That
she's
guy.
a homie.
Anyway,
She might be okay with it, actually. I mean, if you think about it.
But I get
I don't know what her
home
pronoun
and my mom's like, "Who is this?" She has her name, so I'm like, "All right, this is obviously."
it's already
Like,
deep.
I'm like, "You know who it is." So
Yeah.
she hits the button on the wall phone.
She hit the old star 67 callback.
No,
No,
it's
no.
a
She hits the
voicemail.
voicemail on the phone,
Ooh, on the house
And-
phone.
This girl was-
and Megan is just
That hotline.
getting after it. Is just
And what?
is clearly like
Hammered.
gone.
Under the influence of too
Three
many root
sheets
beers.
to the wind.
Too much sugar, huh?
Many root beer.
Too much
and
sugar.
it is like it's hilarious. I'm laughing because it's not.
What did she say?
This is
What are you
better than
talking
the
about?
last time the house phone got
This is
called. and it
Megan,
was
the
my fault.
producer that used to produce this show for
Correct.
10, 20
yeah,
So-
she's
episodes.
been around.
She's rambling on, and there's a lot of vulgarity in it, and it's just a weird message because there's a lot of vulgarity. There's mention of different drugs and alcohol, and it's just like, what in the fuck is the purpose of this? And then you start thinking about like, here's the part where I
I didn't know that your brother and her were friends.
I had no idea
Not.
either. I had no idea either. So
What does that tell you? about
I'm
your
listening to
brother?
this like so many confusing things are happening. But
Does she say your name in it?
no? She says my.
No.
She's talking to my
Okay,
brother.
he called the house phone for
She
his
was
brother.
looking
But here's the thing:
okay.
do you think my house phone's voicemail is "You have reached the home of Ryan Revis"?
No, absolutely.
No, it's "You have reached the Revis family." Blah 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 blah, and it's somebody else's voice, and
Clearly
she
silly.
hears it and is like, "This is the appropriate
where's
place
my
for me to leave
drugs,
this
you
message."
Bitch.
Immediately,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yep.
"This is where I need
Where's
to."
my herbs and spices?
Yes,
We'll say.
yes,
Hey,
So I don't think we need to worry about it
fuck
with
is
this guy.
Josh?
and,
So
and it's
still
like. It's just unbelievable because I'm sitting there listening to it, laughing at it, and thinking like, How did we get here?
Well, they knew that if they asked your brother, obviously, because he was the one involved, he's the one that got called for, he would deny it and be like, I don't know, she was probably calling for a different. Did he name drop? Was he name dropped last and
Oh,
first
he was name dropped.
Don't mention
Multiple
your last
times.
and first name. Okay.
Mom, no
It was
idea who
like
is.
Ryan, and
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, look, I don't know how this happened, but
Why
I
didn't
can
you
promise
just say,
you
I
that
don't know,
it's.
bro? Is that what you pretty much did?
I just laughed because I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, she listened to the entire voicemail of like, this is the
How
Revis
long?
family. We are so happy that you called us today, but we're unfortunately cannot be with
We're
you.
probably at church.
Leave your
this
message
Sunday morning.
at the beep. And then she was like, this is where I should do
Cash
this.
me
Here it is.
outside. How about that?
And just
For all the millennials listening right now, we used to have answering machines back then. You had to call, you know, you had to,
you had to walk in
That's what
from
he's
dinner.
saying. For all the
millennials out there.
Well, no,
Well,
for all
no.
the-
You are.
Is it
Gen
Gen X, Gen Z, whatever?
something like that. You're
All right, whatever. For all you young assholes out
For all
there,
you pussies that are younger
I didn't
than
say
the-
that. I
Okay.
just said the younger
Oh,
crowd. I
well,
just said the younger
You
crowd.
brought Florida weed into the Virginia garage. It's, you know,
This is
we're
actually
already-
from Oregon.
we out there. Oh, from Oregon?
Like,
What you shaking your beer for? I ain't no beer, bitch.
yes, you are.
Okay, I get you one. No problem.
Uh,
No, but like we used to have the voicemails back in the day, and like you had to literally call the house instead of like just texting somebody or calling their cell phone. And so if your mom answered, you know, it'd be like,
Is Jessica there? I just, it's Alex from school.
yeah,
Just want to say hello.
literally.
and like it's
parents
it's
would
like it's kind of embarrassing at
Like
that
the
point.
most
Oh, it's the
painfully
worst.
awkward.
Yeah, it was
Kids-
awkward.
Kids these days need that because that's why we can,
Absolutely.
Dude, 20 years from now, kids aren't going to be able to. I mean, they can't.
Dude, think about how many times you came
Tina
home from
can't even order a
dinner.
pizza. She has to do it online.
Bull.
You have to do it online.
Don't
No,
come
I
at Tina.
don't.
Don't come at Tina. This is a bad
I'm going
choice.
at Tina.
This is a bad
Don't
choice.
come at me.
This is
I've
a
got
bad
that
choice.
spicy liquor in my system.
I don't know why. I'm going to throw up on you, dude. You better stay back.
I'm like, that's
But you used to
good.
come home from family dinner, and like the first thing you did was hit the thing,
I-
and the
absolutely.
whole family was like,
Yo, who called my mans today?
"Who is it? Who we got? Is this for me?" Nope. So
That
different.
shit was weird, man.
So
Alright.
different.
Thank
Back
God
to
for
your-
cell phones.
We skipped over it a little bit, too. You ended up going out of college. Did you hit any home runs in college? What happened there? I asked you about the sponsorship in college.
AKA,
That's not
you hit
that
any
doesn't
dingers.
exist. Dang,
Yeah, I hit a handful of home runs. I
Dingers.
don't know how many.
So you hit home runs in college baseball,
Not enough to get paid generously for it. That's
but
for sure.
that's pretty impressive. I hit like 3 or 4 in my entire high school career, which ended,
You didn't have a high school career.
I mean, my entire baseball career. Dude, last episode I called
in
a baseball
Little League
field.
one time.
Yeah, literally. That's what I just did. There's 4 of them now. I called a baseball field, a baseball court last episode, so I'm not even qualified to be
Wow,
hosting
that's
this
so
interview.
embarrassing.
But
Jesus
it's okay.
Christ.
It was in a fast. It was. I said
No
basketball court,
excuse.
baseball court.
Nope.
Well, you two
I said
grew up in
swimming
a
court.
different environment. You guys played in like the CBC Chesterfield baseball
Yep.
clubs, like all that stuff, where it was like Swift Creek, Crenshaw,
Yeah.
Grange Hall. I played Chesterfield Little League, which is where the athletes went. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Oh.
Oh, I can definitely tell.
But I remember.
I'm not offended because I'm not a. Well, okay, yeah.
I'm not offended. Hey, I went to Little League and I won 4 years in a row.
Won what?
The championship. The
I
ship.
won a game.
My
I pitched
favorite.
in all 4 games.
My favorite part was Chesterfield Little League had 2 stages. Like you
Okay.
had the small field and the big field, but CBC had 3 fields.
Mhm.
So they had like a small one, intermediate, and then
I don't
and then the
believe
big
you.
one. Well, when you made that big jump with the Little League, like it was fucking tough, dude. Like you're throwing balls from third base, it's like you're throwing from fucking
And
300
not only
yards
that,
out.
but you're with a completely different team.
Oh,
you know, in
yeah.
CBC, you're with the same team. You're
Oh,
with your boys. You know
yep.
what I'm saying?
The whole
but
time.
it's a draft in the Little League.
Yeah.
It
Like,
matters
you're-
a lot too. Not as much as basketball, but it definitely matters a
Oh,
lot.
But that's why I
matters a ton.
prided so much on being
Oh,
a
yeah.
champion for 4
Dude,
years.
my
is 'cause
favorite,
it's
my
a different team every
favorite
year.
thing I did was switch up, and I played like I can't remember what they called it, but like senior Colt or Colt ball, where I like jumped
yeah,
down.
No, I remember that.
Yeah.
In All Stars, did you
Yeah,
ever play
yeah.
CBC
I
All-Stars?
jumped down and
Mustang,
played.
Bronco,
Yeah.
So the whole
Colt,
thing's about CBC
something
All-Stars.
like that.
Yeah.
I got invited. I couldn't go because of vacation.
Oh, you got invited,
So
but
one
you
of my
couldn't
friends
go.
was salty.
Mhm.
No, one of my friends was salty and they did not get invited. I got invited to go on, but I couldn't because of vacations.
No doubt,
So,
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
this is when I was very young.
Little League?
My mom was taking us to Disneyland. I had to go.
No, it was my family, friends, people taking me to the beach or something like that.
How cool were
Yeah.
family vacations as a kid, though?
Dude,
You had
You're
family
mad tight.
vacations?
They're mad tight.
I had them with my friends. That's the same. We never did.
I was gonna say,
my
dude, I used to
family.
jump
had family vacations
ship
with
and
other
try to
families.
grab a friend. Like richest friend I had was like, "What y'all doing,
That was Tyler, dude. You were sleeping on him. That was the way to
was
go
not
back in the day. I used
Tyler.
to travel the world with Tyler.
Tyler?" Jeez,
We
dude.
love you, Tyler.
Mate.
I
It's
wonder,
debatable.
is Tyler
Tyler.
watching? Did he drop any comments?
Tyler's
We
on
gotta
the
give
west.
Tyler a shout
It's
out.
like 3:00 on the west coast right now. He's all right.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like eating lunch.
Tyler-
He's probably eating a charcuterie board with his wife.
That is
Like a
an
black
outs-
bean burger or something.
That is an
Probably,
outstanding
yeah,
reference.
he's probably eating an Impossible Burger,
Some tofu.
which is a vegan burger. Fucking weirdo.
All right.
They are delicious though.
No, they're not. Stop it.
Yeah. A lot of soy. He's a
Yeah.
soy boy though.
But yeah, that was one of my favorite things. Was like jumping into that scene where you all of a sudden you played, with guys you went to school with. Now, excuse me, I just happened to do it when like the field. It was like an in between stage, so I had played on the big field for Little League, and then I jumped in the CBC stuff, and they put me in the intermediate field. It's like, that's where the age group
Such
was.
a bigger field, bro.
And I was absolutely throwing noise because that mound shrunk
Oh,
back down again.
You went to the smaller
Yeah,
field.
and I was
Oh.
just chucking it as hard as I could because I was so used to throwing from so far back. When I'm like lob, like you have time, you're throwing at that age, and then you're watching it. You're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, is he gonna hit it?
Excuse me.
And then you go back down, and you're just like
Yeah.
throwing. I felt like a god throwing gas until
It's
like,
like you're
day,
playing darts
until
from a foot away.
If only you could have
it's
grown
like,
up to
boom.
be one.
Right,
and
right
until day 3 when like arm blew out because I was just chucking as hard as I
Just
could,
going
and
hard,
everybody
dude.
just got torn up after that. But
Actually, good question here. Did you ever have any injuries throughout your baseball career?
there.
Yeah.
Especially being a catcher. 'cause
tore my
it's-
meniscus
knees,
at
dude.
George Mason.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was tough. That was like
During the game, huh?
during the game. And I'd actually, the funny part about it is I hadn't played for 2 years. I had like 9 at bats in 2 years. So I redshirted as a freshman, which is like a lot of people redshirt in football because like you're just not ready to play or like they don't want to waste your eligibility. I redshirted because I wasn't good. And they were like, we're just not going to play that guy. He sucks.
I doubt
And then
that.
my
Douchebag.
second year,
Fuck that
Might have
guy.
been your wiener size in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we got Tiny over
I
here.
heard
He's got to
that's how
sit
they
for a
do it.
he's
few.
got to sit. We
Although coming into the locker room with Josh Bailey.
Shots fired.
No.
Yeah, I think it's
not even a
I think
shot
it's
fired.
compliment. Yeah.
no, that was
Vice
That
versa.
a
Or
weird
not.
fucking
It's like,
compliment.
oh, this guy's here.
We're on
Oh,
Facebook
shit.
right now.
Who else has a giant penis, Alex?
Me.
He will be flashing it into the camera.
All right, look, the only reason
Who
I
did?
didn't even play football. The only reason I say that is because they would brag about it.
Josh would.
This,
About
Josh
Bailey's
and
penis?
your gay friend Tyler.
No.
Tyler was the
are
one
we
who
talking about me or actual?
No, I'm talking about Bales.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it was not me. Let's,
No,
let's make that
Hey,
very clear.
Tyler's favorite person in high school
You don't seem
was
that
Josh Bailey.
surprised.
Yeah, we're going down a rabbit hole. We don't.
Actually,
Yeah, we don't
no.
want to go there.
This
Tyler's
is-
favorite
this-
person was Chris Smith.
Yeah, that's true. Smitty, hope you're doing
Smitty,
well,
for
buddy.
sure. Yeah, shout out to Smitty. No
Somebody
free
tag
shout outs.
Chris Smith.
Didn't he go to like?
These guys don't get on
Yale?
Facebook anymore because they're sane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just created one for the first time like 3 months
Yeah,
ago.
I need to post this on Twitter, but I have 33
You've added me
followers,
on
so
Facebook like 7 different times, dude.
Go like and subscribe
I have
on
one
YouTube.
Facebook, and I
Everybody,
deleted
Instagram?
mine,
that's my
and
plug. Or,
yeah, I deleted my
Fuck 'em.
Facebook like
Well, what were we
6
talking
years
about
ago, and they
before
just made
Alex
one.
I
started
didn't even follow
with
you on Instagram
talking
until
about
today.
penises?
I know, I saw it, I was like-
don't get on Instagram.
What was
now.
before that?
I don't get on
Something
Instagram,
about
swear to God.
penises.
Yeah, see, that's
I
where I
started
get
following you,
off.
and I was like, damn, dude, he's got a story out
Oh,
the
you
frame.
redshirted.
It's like,
Yeah,
you got
so-
surveys.
Oh,
all kinds
yeah.
of shit.
I do,
Yeah.
dude. Those
I didn't even know how to
surveys,
do
those
that.
surveys are the bomb. Bro.
I know.
They
I
are
felt like I was
so
on, like,
much
a
fun.
MySpace fucking survey.
All right, ladies, let's reel it in
But I
here.
do like it. What?
Just fucking MySpace surveys.
It's
Well,
Instagram
You
surveys,
said
not
reel it in
MySpace.
here before that. Well, reel what in?
we get back to what we were talking.
All right, back to the
what were
story.
we talking
Josh,
Josh will
Bailey's
wait.
penis.
Oh,
Dude,
that's
stop
what you've been
saying
thinking
Literally,
about.
Tina wants to think about everything.
about? Yelling his full name on Facebook
Yes.
right now. Holy
For somebody that
shit.
has an alias, sure doesn't know how to use
God,
yeah.
doesn't know how to respect anybody else's, huh? Holy
What's your middle name,
crap.
Josh? And your address, please.
Big dick.
In fact, let's give a full sprawl nude. We'll get that with Josh right after the thing.
Yeah, look, you've probably seen it plenty of times on any Greek statue that you've seen. The man looks like a Greek god.
Tiny penis, though. That's how they always did it back in the day. The
They
statues
did. They
had
did
the
them
little tube.
dirty back
Yeah,
Little
that is
2-inch
shitty, man.
Growers, not showers.
So
Easy.
you hit plenty of home
I'll
runs.
tell you what, man. This is easily your most ridiculous fucking podcast you've done so far.
Dude, I told you to get
Probably.
wild.
Have we broken any records on people watching? God.
No.
Nope. Just people that have
Tina would know.
disconnected.
We don't know. We've broken, the record on people that have come on and left.
Yeah.
Quickest come off.
You
record.
got, you
No,
got
that'd be
to
me. 2 nights ago.
you got to the pros. Tell us how that went. You
Josh,
almost
you wanna know
died. You went up to the Arctic lands and got caught with the sickness, huh?
Oh no, I got that.
COVID-19.
I got that in Florida, dude. That was tough,
Oh, Jesus.
Also, it was
The
definitely-
land of the devil.
It's definitely COVID then.
dude. It was bad. It was I actually got shingles
Oh, wow.
in my throat, like in my mouth and my throat.
Jesus.
That was. I don't wish that. I would rather. I'll
That's
drink that whole
insane.
bottle than do that again. That
Yeah,
was
good.
the worst.
That
I
would
wouldn't
probably,
wish.
that
I
would
wouldn't wish
probably
that
give
on
you
anybody.
shingles again if you ate that whole thing.
Dude, that was bad.
And tell us about that, because that took you kind of out of... You were
Dude, that-
playing at the time.
I
and then
lost.
You
I lost
lost
like 38 pounds in like 6 days.
and about 40% of
Jesus
pride, probably.
Yeah, I
Christ.
couldn't. I don't know how to explain. Like, I had an entire bag of sour
were
Skittles
dying.
on the road today.
What?
I had a whole bag of sour Skittles
Oh,
on
is
the
that
road
what you were
today.
eating that?
And think about how
Oh,
that
today.
makes your mouth feel.
Yeah.
And think about that times a million. I couldn't, like, nothing could touch my mouth without it being like.
But you were doing it
It
to
felt like
yourself,
somebody
so
was
you kinda
holding
like
a
it, huh?
blowtorch in my mouth.
What?
Yeah, dude, it was the worst. Wouldn't wish it on anyone. Worst,
God.
worst thing. And I just had to lay there.
In your nose or in your throat?
No, in
or
my throat and in my mouth. Like, so on my like tongue and in the
do you
back
have
of my
tonsils?
throat.
Do you have tonsils?
Did you ever have tonsillitis?
Not that I'm aware of.
Dude, I had it, and that shit sucks too.
I
Like,
promise you,
Have you
shingles
had-
is
It's
worse.
definitely not as
Have you ever had the
bad as
yours
removed?
sounds worse. Like, I was
No.
just spitting a lot.
I know you said
and
you
it
still
just,
have them, but
like,
you could have
my
them in a
glands are
jar or
full.
something, maybe. Might let you keep.
I don't know.
Dude, as a baseball... All right, here's a really good question.
Every time you ask a question, it's a really good
Here's a
question.
really
Because
good
I'm a really
question.
good
He's like,
interviewer, okay?
Hey, how big is that dude's dick? Okay.
I didn't ask that question. I knew,
He
okay?
knew. He studied it closely.
He said, I know how big is it. What do y'all think about
It's
this?
been
That was his
inside of
question.
him.
Okay, yeah.
Holy
Whoa.
hell! What the...
Dude, Tina has one shot and
I'm
is
sorry.
off the
Gosh.
rails.
No, so seriously,
We go to
being a
11,
baseball player in college,
usually.
how much pussy did you land? How easy was it?
Okay. I don't know if we could do that one. I'm gonna
Be
let
very,
him. I'm
very
gonna let, okay,
careful
this is
with how you proceed.
We're gonna
From
leave
here
that
on,
one to your
Josh.
imagination.
Send it to my show
My
anymore.
God.
This is my show. What do
Your
you,
show
what
has
do you,
been taken over.
What do you can take
First of
over
all,
too.
you got Irene back there with one shot in her, just losing her mind. She's off the rails.
I think she needs another devil's
She
dick
was frisky
shot.
before the shot. She came out here and
God.
trashed my whole set. Like
She walked in.
3 minutes before, she's like,
She
F
walked
that
in.
song. I don't
She
like
walked
way it
through the
looks.
door and you
It's
acted like it was a
crooked."
hurricane.
I'm like, whoa.
She came in and was like,
Whoa.
"Hey guys, how are we doing? Here's your cup you asked for." And you were like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
She walked in and was like, "Here I am." Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
No, Tom Cruise her. She walked
He
in. I
did. He
was like,
cussed me out when I walked through the door. I was
Lost.
like, whoa,
Lost
whoa.
his mind. Lost his mind. Great question, Alex. You dumbass.
I thought it was a good question.
I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah,
And I'm sober.
Don't.
It was-
Dude, every time I visit the baseball house, it was... All right, I'll just leave the story alone.
my
We'll just
God.
leave it alone.
Jesus.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Anyway.
So you nearly died of the throat tonsillitis.
Yeah, that was tough.
Shingles.
That was tough.
That
Yeah.
sucks, man.
That had no effect on my playing time, but that
We're glad
sucked.
you're still here, brother.
Brother.
So where did it go
Hulk
from there? I
Hogan back
mean,
here.
you were drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays. We kind of skipped over that too.
Yeah, what pick were you?
You obviously got some home runs. You played really well in your
1076?
last.
More than that, probably. I think. I don't know.
I think it was 1,076.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what number.
I'm gonna
three it
fact
was.
check
I went
it
the
right now.
38th round and to give you a clear
They have
picture.
38
Do the
rounds?
producing that
No,
you-
they only have 40.
Make up for the producing you didn't do for the first 20 or whatever. What was that?
What is that, a whole new baseball team?
Okay.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
whole new baseball team.
Hey, 40 rounds.
What are we
Good
talking
God.
about?
In the MLB draft, there's 40 rounds.
Yes.
Yeah, and I win the.
That's a
38th.
whole new baseball team, and then some.
That means out of all the people the Blue Jays wanted to pick, they were like, Josh Rovis is the second worst guy we can get. Let's get him.
Okay, for all the
Third, really?
Yeah.
Third worst.
Yeah.
Give yourself some credit there, Josh.
Don't give yourself credit. You sucked.
And you did name drop yourself after we've been throwing shade at Tina.
At this point.
Sorry, Tina.
At
I'm just
this-
kidding, man. I always
yeah,
thought
at
you were
this-
great.
At this point, we're too
past
far down that road. Alex talking
Yeah.
about devil's dick and blink someone's other dick. So.
Yeah, and he,
We're a little bit too far. We're gonna have to take this down anyways.
Oh, you're right. 38th round.
we won't have to.
I don't
They'll
know
take
if
care of
it
it
is
for us. YouTube and Facebook will ban it
Yeah.
for life.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Alex just did a shot of steroids and took an estrogen pill at the same time. So I don't know what the fudge is going on backstage. But
That's everyday life. With
Wait,
Yeah, dude,
where,
he's going
what's
hard,
the
bro.
steroids?
what?
Where are the steroids?
He knows. Okay. So now what do? You just chill, live
Just
life.
hang out,
do we want
yeah.
to talk about that? I didn't
Just hang out.
brief you on that.
So what did you
Did
graduate
it
in?
turn into a career? You
Yeah,
did-
career,
how did the
career.
pro?
Now I
thing
tell
go?
little kids how to do it better.
That was going to be my one question actually too. Is do you have any advice for? You went pro. It didn't necessarily work out because obviously you died of COVID-18 before COVID-19 was here. That didn't help. And then here you are. I think I still look up to you as a success, and I think a lot of people do. But what advice would you have for the younger generation of baseball players, and any secrets to the sport, or not even necessarily the game, but playing the game outside of the game, if that makes sense? Like, working with the recruiters and the
Yeah.
college, people.
I would say get off Twitter would be my first thing.
Really?
Yeah. And even if you have a Twitter, man, like have a Twitter, but like that doesn't mean
Be
you gotta
responsible.
stay on it. I have a Twitter. I log in and hit
Even if-
search like to find kids, and that's the only reason I use Twitter. But like, stay off Twitter because man, it's like a crutch. Like, if you want to find something to justify your thoughts, you can find it.
But just Twitter though.
All of it. All of it.
Social
Yeah.
media.
Yeah,
I hear
social
you, but
media
if
in
they're
general,
not saying
right?
anything bad. What if they're just
No, man, I'm just saying like get off it because like
such a time waster?
any thought.
Well, people will talk shit to you and like say bad things about you, and it'll probably get to you,
Dude, it's
like
all,
mentally.
It's
If
all.
you're on or not on social media,
If you're on social media, like even if you don't use it a lot,
So it could
but you
be
check it every now and
it
then.
could mess with your head.
Well, dude, it messes.
I think so.
It's all inclusive. So like, it's a crutch because you can use it like if you don't agree with something that's happening to you or like what your coach tells you to do, like you got to think, man. Like, no matter what you think of somebody, if they're older than you, they've seen more than you. Period.
Yeah, the wise is a true
Yeah,
word.
Period, dude. Like, so even when somebody says something to you and you're like, I know that dude's a dumbass.
I don't
you should
respect
still,
it, but I
you
still-
should still absorb it and like think about it, because if you
Accept
don't, man,
it.
like you can always find your crutch. You can always find your excuse of like, you log on to Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. You can log on. You can find it like, nah, you see this dude seems like he's better. He knows what he's talking about a little bit more. Or like his resume looks better on his fucking Twitter bio. You can find that crutch that'll give you the excuse in your head to move past whatever somebody just tried to teach you.
And obviously, the recruiters and coaches are really looking into that type of stuff. So, if
Yeah,
anything, if
dude,
you're not
the
going to have
first-
anything nice to say, don't say nothing. Kind of
Swear
like
to
your
God,
mama would
dude.
say.
The first thing I do when I come across a kid's name, I Google his name,
Twitter
whatever his
account,
name is.
bio,
I hit
yeah.
baseball, Twitter, and I hit enter,
nude photos.
and I go through his Twitter, man. Like if he's got,
Not Googling me, man.
if he's a 17-year-old with or 16, 17-year-old with 10,000, 10,000, political tweets, like it's tough to like.
Yeah,
It's tough
even
because
justify wanting to put
that
him on
person
teams is
already
divisive.
Yeah, and I don't give a shit if he's Republican or Democrat, but like
course
that
not.
person already thinks that he has a great grasp of all
Well,
these
he's going to be
things.
against half the people on the team. I don't know how
Yeah, and
baseball works. NASCAR is pretty much one-sided, but baseball teams you could have, I think, both on the political thing.
yeah, and it's no big deal, man, because when you're a part of a team, like
You don't have room for that.
the
shit.
ability, yeah, and the ability to listen to people, like you understand, like when you see a kid in the weight room every day, you hang out with them on the field, off the field,
Getting weird again.
you already have like a feel for
What's
like
weird?
for like
So you
what
see a kid in the weight room every day? It's like, okay.
But when you see a kid work every day, right? So no matter who you are, like I see you go to work every day. The only time I ever see you is like at the end of the day when you come off of a full day shift and you got 2 kids and a wife, and it's like tailored to them, man.
Like
Like
custom out.
it's boom, 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 boom. Like
Yeah.
there's no like grabbing.
Marriage therapy coming up.
Am I gonna eat? Am I gonna drink? There's no like Ethan time where you like go do other shit. It's immediately like whenever I come here, it's always at the end of the day, and it's handling your kids and making sure your wife's got all the things that she needs. So like immediately being in that position one time with you, even though you try to feed your wife cat food.
That did happen. She does do a lot. It's not I do
Immediately
everything for
like
her,
being in that situation, like all right, like I already have a good knowledge of like what matters to you and like your value system. So when you're around people like that and you can judge those things,
That's okay.
That's literally why I showed up late.
I see where we're coming full circle.
You said 9:15, and I was like, I'm gonna show up a little later. You got to put the kids to bed, you know. Probably not
We'll
gonna
be
be
live at 9:30.
I literally didn't think.
He's like, my Uber gets here at 9:40. I'm like, all right, oh, okay.
Cool.
I literally thought
We'll be
it
live
was like,
with
hey, you know, I got to put the kids to bed. You know, we probably
No.
won't start until like 10 o'clock.
Well, to be
well,
honest,
they're
even though I
like
yelled at you
6
earlier.
months and 2 years old, so they go to bed
Yeah.
a little bit older, a little bit earlier than 9:30.
We'll see. I don't have kids. I don't know what time kids go to bed.
Yep.
But yeah, but when you get to see that
Anyway.
whole value
you
system
did make it.
in a kid, you don't really give a shit if he wants Trump
Yeah,
or Biden.
Tyler
It
didn't.
doesn't really matter to you.
That's not even what I was saying. I was just saying, like, you did make it, and you weren't that loud coming through. Even though
Cheers
you-
for the boys.
Hey, yeah. And it didn't. You didn't like. One night I knocked over the whole tripod. It was big.
The dog almost did last weekend. Took the whole thing
Almost
with
did
her.
this
It
today.
Just to let you know, Tyler didn't make it.
Yeah, and you did bring us drinks.
Didn't make it.
Even though it tastes like devil's dick.
It
I
doesn't.
liked it.
I'm betting
What?
the second one. Not really.
Yeah, I say we all go for.
I'm all about it.
We're not
Let's
ready
go.
yet.
Yeah.
She's not kidding. It does go away
I'm
quick, which is
not.
nice.
It does
go away.
Yeah, it's not,
5
it
minutes.
doesn't like hang with
It's
you.
like 5 minutes. The
Yeah,
sauce
actually,
would be like
I'll
10
give you like 5 minutes. The sauce, I was literally drinking water over here. I was like, fucking sauce, dude. I'm
The sauce will
dying.
wreck you.
It will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but to be honest, I would definitely mix that sauce with like in a chicken recipe.
Josh is gone. What kind of questions do we ask him when he gets back? He can't hear us right now, but all the fans can. What are we?
You know what?
Oh, what?
I'm taking a spot.
I don't trust you to even answer that question. Okay, yeah, that'll be funny.
Oh, gee.
You get 5 seconds of fame here.
All right, Alex.
We can have you back on. It's just, like I said, the table's not big enough, and
Yeah, no, but now people have to look at me.
you do get close to the mic, too, which I almost had to punch Josh earlier, because he was like,
Well, because he was like, "Hey man, my story, you know."
whispering 30 fucking feet away from the mic. I'm like, Josh,
What have you never watched a podcast in your
you
life?
got to suck on that thing like the Josh's guys.
Penis.
You-
Alex would be good at that. I'm not that good at that.
Yeah.
Alex is all about penises.
Look, guys, I've mentioned dick one time, and it's like now I'm
it
the
was
king
pretty. No, you didn't mention it, homeboy. You like went deep
You
into
need to
it.
keep that bottle because it's got Irene over here on a different fucking level right now.
Oh, dude, I know. Woo! Tina's fired up, dude. She's
Look, you don't need to
gassed up.
keep to keep this bottle, but all you have to do is throw habanero
I don't think
peppers
we're
in.
allowed to keep that, are we? I thought you were taking that back home. I don't drink.
No, I can't take it home, dude. I fly out Saturday morning.
All right, we'll keep it here. We'll get people to fuck with. We'll fuck with people on the show.
I bought it just for this.
Is it gonna matter that it keeps on marinating and marinating?
No, it's
It'll only
supposed to
get better?
marinate for at least 24 hours.
But there's no time.
I have no idea.
There's no like. It
I think
can't
the
marinate
longer it
too
marinates, the
long?
hotter it gets.
Okay, but it can't marinate too long.
I don't think so.
Should I leave it in the fridge or out in the
Fridge.
Oh, dude, there was a point where I probably wasn't even on that.
Gotta get closer to the mic, Josh.
There was. I was literally like, maybe they back up the camera.
We were talking about you while you were peeing, Josh, and that we were saying I was like, I gotta get him close to the mic because as soon as he got on there, he was like, yeah.
Well,
He was
Alex,
right up in there.
Alex spent his whole life yelling. Of course, he's gonna show right up and put his mouth right on the
It's
mic.
true. I'm an obnoxious fuck.
What?
Obnoxious fuck.
I was laughing.
that word?
Obnoxious.
No. I said obnoxious, but I said it a little weird. Like it was like I'm an obnoxious
I
fuck.
thought he was laughing at like, why Jesse roasting right off the.
No, but you are
That's
right.
who he
I'm
is.
super loud. Like I'm
Like,
I'm always
Tina's
super loud.
gassed up. She's ready to fist fight
No,
somebody.
I mean it's not
The
like
end
I'm
of this
telling lies
last
here.
5
He's a
minutes might
loud
be-
person.
If you take another shot of Devil's Dick, I'll take one with you.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Not right now.
Okay.
Josh, I got more questions, so in a minute I need you to get back to that mic.
Yeah, I'm literally
Not
about
even
to.
that one. I don't care which one. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Dude, you gotta think, Alex, also earlier when you were offended that this isn't, that you weren't planning on being on camera, thank
No,
God.
I didn't know how your setup
Should have been
was.
late. I know. But, oh my God.
Oh my god.
Cheers.
I ain't no bitch. What's up?
This is uploaded to.
Shout out to my boy Shy. No free shout outs.
Who?
What the fuck?
Oh, he got peppers in there too. I I respect that.
speaking
You had
English
peppers that time.
anymore.
3 of them. Don't mean to brag, but please toss my beer, bud.
You can drink his. Fuck him.
Nah.
All right.
Oh! It always kicked my ass the first like 20 seconds, and then I'm like, all right.
That's good. That's what I'm saying. It does wear away a little quicker, which I like that.
You're not supposed to drink anything after that. That's like the challenge. You know, you're not supposed to drink
Is there
anything
a
after.
challenge? Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, a buddy of mine, his name is Shy. No, shout out to the boy Shy, but
Somebody tag him Shy.
no.
Shia.
He's the man.
LaBeouf? That's who people say I look like him. Shia
People
LaBeouf.
say you look like Shia LaBeouf.
I've heard it. Haven't you heard?
Honestly, on a drunk night, I would give it to you.
Well, what about
Yeah.
what about Peter Parker? What about what's his name?
Fucking Peter
Spider-Man.
Parker. You talking about Robin Williams?
Spider-Man. No.
What?
Oh,
Spider-Man.
I mean,
This is going down.
I was thinking Peter Pan. I was thinking Peter.
Tony
Peter
Maguire?
Parker. Tobey Maguire?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
I wouldn't give you Tobey Maguire.
I'm not asking for any of these. This is what people give me.
I know. I'm saying
If
I
gonna
wouldn't.
give you
I
something,
wouldn't
it'd be like,
say.
Think of a hot guy. If I was going to give you something, it'd be
Think about it. Ben Affleck.
okay. Big letdown. She has no hot guys. She's that loyal.
So, do you guys know who Ryan Felipe is?
Yes.
That's who I get all the time.
No. Definitely not.
I don't know who that is.
So
Pull him up.
I agree with Ryan Felipe. I think I
dude.
look like him a little bit.
No.
Post a
But-
picture of you next to him and put an Instagram story of a vote.
Ethan.
That's fine with me.
This is the guy who had a kid with Reese Witherspoon.
Hot.
Okay, jealous of you and him now somehow.
But
No.
I also used to get a lot when I was tanner. When I was a little more
dude.
tan, I used to get Kane Brown.
Also no.
So I agree with that
give
one.
you Kane.
I don't give
give
Kane.
you Kane.
No, see, I
I'm
don't,
not
There.
the nose talking shit. Mine's huge, so I'm not even.
I don't give the Kane
I
Brown.
got
What
the
are you
big-
doing right now?
You can sit that chair.
No, dude.
Kane Brown's beautiful.
Oh, my bad, man.
His wife, beautiful. What a beautiful family he has.
Thank you. I know.
Yeah, see, look at this guy.
No, dude.
Nah, maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, right?
I tried
No.
to give it to you, buddy.
No,
but
no. Well, I don't agree with the Kane Brown, but I agree with Ryan
I agree that
Felipe.
you
No.
tried to dress like him for about a year and a half. But other than that, I don't know.
I never tried to dress like Kane Brown.
Yes, you did, dude.
What are you talking about?
You got one outfit that you wear. Every Snapchat you send me, what is it? You know what it is in your head. You have it in your head.
If it's, is it me smashing some girl or? I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Of course, I fucking do.
No, it's like the deepest V of all time. With your
Oh, is it the V or is it the one that it's like a, it's like
has
a,
many
it's like a, God, I don't even know how to explain it. Like the collar hangs loose a little bit.
Yeah, and then you wear like
It's like a tiny rolled up, and then I wear like a
Yeah.
necklace.
Yeah.
It straight up, that is the Nashville look.
Oh, I know.
Like
I
dudes
know,
in
that's why
Nashville.
I'm making fun of you for it.
That is how dudes in Nashville dress.
Yeah, I know. I've been there and I've seen you in it, and I was like, ah, he's taking over.
Well,
What's the best show you saw in Nashville live?
like concert wise?
Yeah, just like rolling through a random bar.
Well, actually, the best show that I did actually see in Nashville was, what's the dude? Darius Rucker showed up.
Very memorable.
Darius Rucker showed up
Yeah.
at a bar randomly, was drunk, and was like, "Hey, you care if I play a little bit?" Got on stage and was like, "Fucking rocked it, dude."
You think
I
you can
mean-
get him on this podcast?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Fair enough. Keep him going.
Didn't
Sorry.
get his number. Didn't get his number.
But so he gets on stage and he starts singing and he's playing the guitar and dude's just murdering it. And I mean, you're talking about just him, just a mic, and just a guitar.
He killed somebody on stage?
Dude, 3 people.
Oh my gosh.
But literally, it was fascinating because living in Nashville, you see these country artists all the time. Like Chris Young, he hangs out at Doghouse
Tina likes
every
him sometimes.
like every freaking day. He literally went there the other day and spent like $25 and tipped 1,000. But that's his spot.
I do that all the time. Shout out to my sponsor, Staircase Beach Huts.
I wish I could do that all the time.
I do it just with my money from the podcast.
Just podcast money.
Yeah, dude, I'm balling.
But I mean, Nashville's the greatest city ever, man. If you ever get the chance to go, you have to go.
It
Yeah,
is
man.
fun.
I was there for.
Like 3 hours.
That was that trip. But we went down for a regional, and I was there for like 3 nights, and it was just like you couldn't absorb it all in 3 days, man.
Straight
Like I
up.
ended up in front of some dudes. Singing,
Have you been?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Bachelorette party.
Have you
We
been?
drove through there.
You know it.
She went with me. We drove through there. My
You
family
drove
lives-
through, or do you got to stop and have fun?
We drove
Drove
through.
No. You need
No.
to stop and have fun.
Yeah.
Dude, I was disappointed. I'm a Tennessee Titans fan, obviously, and I drove through the entire state of Tennessee the long way going to my family in Arkansas. Every gas station I stopped at didn't even have Tennessee Titan gear.
What?
Yeah, dude, their own state hates them. Now they've apparently gotten a little bit better about repping.
When was
Titans.
this?
Well,
10 years ago.
So.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Well, why didn't they rep them
A
10 years ago? How
decade
did-
ago?
When did we go to the
It
wedding?
was close.
It was a wedding in Arkansas.
It was 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, you go now, and I'm telling you, it's like it's the most amazing city.
I've heard
It's
really
so-
good things about it.
it's so
No,
It's
you've also
the
been
most
to a
amazing city
bachelorette
ever.
party. Sorry.
Yeah, I've been.
She didn't just go with me. She's been to party herself.
I did. I went.
And how was it, Tina?
It was amazing.
Christ. What did y'all do? What was,
We
did y'all
went-
see
I
the
mean,
town?
What
No,
bars
yeah.
did you go to?
Oh my god.
That's what I want to know.
Like
That's
all
it
of
is.
them. I don't even.
There's no way you covered all of them.
No.
So give me
Yeah.
some of them.
So we went. I don't
This is
even
my problem.
remember their names.
What was
It
your favorite one? Jason Aldean's
It was the one.
Whiskey Road.
We went there and I about had a panic attack because it was so jam packed that I was like crammed up against a wall. I was like, I don't even know where the bar is. Like I have no idea where I am. Like I'm
Yeah.
just shoved in this crowd of humans.
It does get mad crowded.
Oh my
there, like-
god.
But obviously not now. But
If Tina had her way, Chris Young would be on her patio playing music while she's just chilling. Like,
you,
yeah, yeah.
that dude's the biggest asshole.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I love him. I would have his babies.
Oh, have you met him?
Yes, I have.
Are you guys friends?
No.
She took
Well,
a picture.
this
with
Are
him
dude-
one
you
time.
this
friends
dude-
with Chris
She took a
Young?
picture with
I
him
would
one time.
never be friends with him.
I literally.
He lived in Tennessee and probably saw him a lot. You saw
I did
him
see him a lot.
Wow.
I saw him a lot.
He
I mean,
takes
he
well.
goes to that bar all the fucking time.
Don't ruin Jesse's life tonight.
No. I'll come across.
He's an
him.
amazing
Burn it
man.
to the ground.
He
Let's
is.
go. Burn this motherfucker down. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, fuck this guy. What's up with him?
Straight up, fuck that guy. I hate him.
Tell me.
Why?
Dude, he's a straight up asshole. If he doesn't get his way, he wants to like destroy you.
She's into this.
And
Oh,
then-
guys, that's me.
That's fair. That's fair.
But like, I get it, man. You know, you're a famous country star. You know, everybody notices you.
Famous country stars aren't generically like that, though. Morgan Wallen is not like that.
No, Morgan Wallen is
Chill
an
as shit.
animal, and I love him.
Dude,
Isn't
he's-
he that guy
Do
that
you play
got
golf?
caught
Huh?
Sorry.
like drunk driving?
I got a picture with him.
No.
No.
No,
I
he's the one that
partied
got-
with Morgan like 3
Really?
times.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends to be jealous
Dude,
about.
he's an animal. I'm not gonna sit here and say stuff because I don't know how that
You gotta
shit
have-
works.
Yeah, you gotta have some respect for that.
Yeah,
Dude,
but-
I don't think you worried about anything when you came into this.
No, that's Morgan Wallen is
Only
very
now-
respect
now
for
all of a
Morgan.
Let me.
Outside
Now I have to
my
find the
My
photo.
career, your career. Nah.
Nah.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
line
we
is.
need to like he's
That's
gonna
where the
like I
line
got
is.
like
Yeah.
fucking 500 views. Like he's gonna see that. I'm just saying.
I hope he does fucking see it and realizes
have
the
you-
greatest podcast of all time.
Dude, if he comes on this show, I will give you a shout out.
Wow, thanks, pal. Jeez, you really boosted my ego here.
Did we give Tyler a shout out? We did, but we'll give him a second one since I
multiple,
shredded him.
multiple times.
We
Yeah.
shredded him like 30 times though, so we got to give him 50.
Do you want the
good
photo?
shout-outs.
Yeah, dude. Put it up to the camera.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, share it to my stream. Just kidding, you can't do that. This is all whack shit.
Do I just? Is that good enough?
Yeah, you can see it.
Dude, the dude. It's just a wild animal. He's so much fun to be around. Like, he loves to party. He loves girls, you know, and he's just like me.
You know all about him. You guys are like best friends.
Me. He's just yeah, Ethan, may I please have another? He's so much fun. He's a respectful man. He's very nice to women. He's but when it comes to the boys, he's a damn good time.
I still like Chris Young.
Oh, Chris Young is an asshole. We've established that.
Well,
Yeah,
I have a type.
what happened with Chris Young?
He's
He doesn't
fat and a
even know.
bitch.
Ethan's funny though.
He's not.
fat.
Chris Young's a little chub.
He's
He is.
thick.
Alex, what are
He
we
is
doing
thick.
on the,
He's not fat. He's
thick.
thick. He's-
Alex, what are we
thick
doing
boy.
on the Chef Carter train, man? Where are we at on that?
Oh, I go back to school on the 11th.
You trying to be a chef?
I'm just I want to open my own bar.
My father's a chef.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Real
dude.
life.
That's badass.
Virginia Museum of Fine Arts.
What? No, so like me, I don't want to be a chef. I don't even be known as a well. My Instagram name is Chef Carter. So
I was a little confused. I'm like, well, I think that's
Literally been
what
calling you
Josh
Chef
kind of
Carter.
started this whole
All right,
question off with.
What I meant, it was like, I
What you
don't
getting
want
at
to
with
work
that?
in the kitchen for the rest of my life. I hate working in the kitchen.
Okay, why don't you?
I love cooking food.
easy on the
hate-
wires now.
I hate working.
I'm the
in-
best producer ever, by the way.
I hate working in the kitchen for somebody. I don't mind if the kitchen was mine and I can do what I want and put out what I want.
Yeah,
But
you can make edibles
my
in
mission is
17 hours.
my dream is to open up my own bar and have delicious bar food, but not like a restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
You want a dive bar with good food.
No, I want the front of the half of the bar to be slinging drinks, passing the next person to the next.
Dive bar.
And then I want the back of the place to be craft cocktails.
Okay. Upscale dive bar.
I'll take that. I will take that.
I don't know. Don't be offended by
Yeah.
dive bar.
No, I think
the only
that's
place
actually a perfect way to put
No,
it.
yeah.
I would
I mean-
never want to go to any bar other than a dive bar.
Same here, man.
So an upscale dive bar is just like me.
Well, I mean, I
as
love-
soon as I get done with 18 rounds of golf,
18 rounds?
18 holes. Yeah.
I know.
Have you ever
I
been
know
to
what
the-
I'm doing here.
The
okay?
tattered flag.
Oh, what?
It's called the tattered
athlete.
flag, and it's in
No.
Harrisonburg, Pennsylvania.
Why would anybody have gone there, Joshua?
Yes.
This
Please
sounds
I-
elaborate.
What are you talking
I
about?
stumbled upon it, and it's I
Walking?
He
Say,
names one bar in the
What the
U.S.
fuck
He's
they
like,
own?
hey, yo, you been there?
I say
I know you bartend, but have you been
it's a
there?
Chain. It's a chain, but it's
Oh.
it's literally a bar like where I went into. I was on the road recruiting, and I just stopped in, wanted to grab like the hotel was right down the road. Wanted to grab a drink and something quick, and easily, hands down, not even close, the best bar food I'd ever had.
Dude, that's what it's all about,
And it was
bro.
like I was like, yeah, can I get let me get the crab dip and like this burger thing.
You
came
got
out.
crab dip in a
Dude.
dive bar?
And it came out, dude, and it was like it came out of a fucking Roost Chris.
What?
And I was like,
I would never order crab dip at a dive bar.
Yeah, that's a
That's
risky
ballsy.
move, dude.
Yeah.
It's ballsy.
I would never.
Man,
order
the size of the
food at a
cojones
dive-
on you,
yeah,
cowboy.
that's how I live my life.
That's not
That's
fair.
how-
The tots at South Beach are epic.
Okay.
It comes from-
If
not
we're going to
talking
sit here and
about-
talk
if
about
we're
South
South
Beach,
Beach, I'm
we
out.
are done.
We're fucking out of
That's
here.
the dive bar though around here.
It's not a
not
dive
a
bar.
dive bar.
It's just a
It's not a
shit
dive bar.
bar.
There are no bars around here anymore because either way, it's not a shit bar.
It's a
There's
shit
how many?
bar. It's
What
a shit
bar
bar.
would you
Thank you.
prefer
South,
around?
It's a
South
shit-
Beach.
South Beach is a
used
shit
to
bar.
fucking
Where do
shit
you
bar.
prefer around here? And as a cigarette smoker, I
prefer
prefer
nowhere.
I prefer leaving here.
I prefer hanging out with you in your shed and drinking beer.
I'm down with that. That's all I do.
where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't even go to any of these establishments. But if I were gonna go to
You
somewhere,
were about to
Buffalo Wild
you were
Wings,
about
bro.
to-
okay, I've
Used to
had-
drink all the time there.
I've had my problems with that place.
What do you mean?
Ethan cannot go
Elaborate.
anywhere ever. I've literally known this kid for 15 years now. I've never gone to a restaurant
I've
and
reverted to
his
childhood
order
now.
has come out properly. Ever.
And I don't even complain about it.
Oh,
It's
that
not like
guy.
I light the place on fire. I do
No,
Not
there's-
once in
afterwards.
my life.
people like that. I'm telling you, my boss.
Yeah,
Can't ever get
every place
Nothing.
we go, it's just wrong, and we're
Yeah.
like
every single time. Yeah.
it's-
fast food,
Yeah.
real food. Yeah. I don't
Unreal.
complain. I still tip the same. And like I said, I don't complain while I'm there. I
Just wanted
complain
to
about it
reiterate
after.
that point. I tip the same. Got it. Yep. Put that on
Yeah.
there.
I tip the same, which is 1% everywhere I go. You know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I fucking hate people like you.
No, I'm just kidding. Jesse knows I tip well. She used to work in places like that.
Yeah.
I see it.
What's her name?
Especially
Yeah.
during this year, man.
You
Like
already
it's
did it 9
brutal
times, Josh.
being
Yeah, this year
in the
sucks.
in the industry this year with what's going
This
on.
sucks.
Like, if I get somebody to come in and they have a $32 tab,
Yeah.
and you tip me $2, I want to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I straight up want to punch you in the face. Like, I know not everybody knows how the hospitality industry is, and I guess they don't know that we rely on tips. Or I know you're not broke because you're out here spending money at the bar.
Right. If
Shit,
you have
that's-
money to go
shit,
spend
that's
money at
not
the bar,
true.
you have money to tip.
That's,
That's
not
what I'm
true.
saying.
You should. You should. It should be a factor in your evaluation.
But there are certain groups of people that don't tip.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that because it'll turn up bad.
Don't go down that road.
No, I'm not going down that
But
road.
it's dude, tips. I think a lot of people don't know
that
how
about
to
me?
tip. Like,
A lot of people don't know
physically
how to tip.
Y'all
Yeah.
talking about me?
Like, dude,
I do
usually
tip.
like once it gets above
No, stupid.
once it gets above like
Dude, I-
$25, I
I
just
tipped one
round
time.
up to the next $10. Like I have no idea. How
So
to
the
tip.
rule of thumb is, everybody wants 20%. 20% tip.
20% should be like the.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that should be the minimum. I think 15% should be the minimum, but
If it's garbage service.
Why-
straight up, if it's garbage service, you give them 50%.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
yes,
the
yes,
worst
yes.
service you've ever had.
Oh,
50%.
worst service I ever had? You might not even get a tip.
No, I would not agree with that. The
You
worst-
might get on my $30 bill. You might get like $4.
No, I think
If it's
I've-
the worst
That's
service
like
I've ever had.
15%.
I think I've
Dude,
given
you-
15% once or twice in my life.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's always more.
Dude,
And
were
I
you-
get shit service every single time, so I could literally give 15% every time, and I don't even. I've
All
never
right,
given
look-
no tip. That's fucked up.
No, I don't do
If
that.
they
Dude,
suck at their life,
we walked out of an IHOP one time. Like,
well,
didn't
fuck them
even
at
pay
that
the bill.
point. But I'm just
Look,
saying.
God damn, Radford baseball.
Dude, no, this was in high school. He might have been at the fucking tennis. It took us like an hour and a half just to get the waitress back off break, and we ended up just couldn't get a bill, couldn't get nothing, and we were just like,
Yeah, dude.
I
Oh
left my-
yeah,
I left my
I'd be
phone
pretty
number.
pissed off. She probably went out back and got stoned as fuck.
Dude, I put my phone number down like on the coaster that was sitting right there. Put my phone number down. Was like, call me
Was she hot?
if you want. No, I was just like, fucking call me if you want to get paid. Like,
Okay.
couldn't get a
Tread
bill for
lightly
like an
here.
hour.
Oh shit!
Never saw her. We had to leave. We're out.
That happened to me.
For an
once, too.
hour.
Yeah, dude, it was unbelievable. I asked
That's what I'm
two
talking
people-
about. Like I would have left
Yeah.
you.
Dude, I had to ask like 3, 4, 5 people. Like, can we get our waitress? Can we get a? I don't care if it's our waitress. Can we get a
Oh,
bill?
my.
Never ended up showing up. Just left our number on the table. It was like, call us if you want.
Dude, is
Charge
this
us
your
for
car
it.
that you give people?
Let's
No,
Oh,
dude,
no.
this is Ethan whipped
Let's
this
swing
thing
back
out of
to.
like the
I think we're
absolute-
done with the pro. I think we're done with the baseball talk. What do you do now, Josh? We can't shout that out, I guess. Give me that notepad though that you got. Just
No, Ethan.
wrap
Let's
up.
Let's switch. I gotta take a urination.
Wow, there were so many ways you,
You
could
almost
have
got
like.
into Radford with that.
Alex has to go to the coronation.
He has to tinkle.
Well, if you tinkle when you sprinkle, please be neat and wipe the seat.
We've done the full transfer. We're like
Easy,
like,
though.
Oh
this
my
is not-
god.
Watch out for that one. Yeah. It's tough. Dude, I'm telling y'all can't see it from the camera, but the cord situation out here is a little difficult. See, when you watch it on
is this your
YouTube,
Nobody knows.
I'll waterfall it. I don't
There's
care.
like 800.
I've talked into every mic and put on every headset. I'll drink out of every drink. All right, let's wrap this up, Joshua. Do you want to talk about leaving Miss Pinkleton in the reverse dust?
Oh my God. And you remember her name.
Yay!
Dude, I
This is
wasn't.
the best story ever.
Dude,
It'll only take me about 3 or 4 minutes.
Dude, I wasn't mad about leaving Miss Pink.
You were in the back seat, I think, right?
Yeah. Well,
You were kind of hidden, although they did say that they knew it was you
Yeah. So here's the
the next
issue.
day.
Okay. Let's just run through.
Which I didn't go to that old school where you got told that. I was in the tech center every other day. So I did this little trickery, went to the tech center the next day, and y'all got pulled into the principal's area,
No,
not
I
office.
got-
But
dude, no, I'll walk you through this. I didn't get pulled into the principal's office. I got bent over a barrel in the middle of the hallway.
so what? Hold on, say that again.
No, we'll walk you through it. So
Okay.
senior skip day, 2010.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 2010 senior skip day,
Hit me, A-Rod.
and Ethan's driving the Trans Am, correct?
No, dude, I was in the Dodge Ram with a 5-speed manual. We had T-Money with
Holy
us
shit,
too.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, this is
I
a
forgot
full-size
about the
pickup
5-speed,
truck.
yeah.
This is a big
Yeah.
maneuver.
So that's why. So I'm in the back seat. T-Money's in the front seat, and we drive.
He's
by.
just
Be-
laughing
be-
the whole
be-
time like he always does. This is
before-
what I love about
just
Tyler. He just
giggle,
laughs the whole
just
time, no matter what it
giggle.
is. Thanks,
like
bro.
a little girl, by the way.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a shout out. Tyler.
Well, a small man.
Little girl giggle. But before we get up, so those of you that know Cloverville High School, you know the layout of it. It's what is it now? The tech center.
Yeah. It's central office, technically, really, and the tech center.
So it's got a loop. You can pull off a 360. You can pull off a whole street, and you can go in front of the office. You can exit out the other side, hit the light, go left or right, whatever.
I got a hat on. Oh,
Well,
you just...
Ethan thinks like it's senior skip day, so we just walk out, and they're doing the same thing they probably do every year, where they're like, "Hey, we
Well, there was also an option to go through the baseball fields or whatever
yeah,
over
we
to
didn't
the...
do that."
Well, we tried, but then they already had somebody by that time stopping
Yeah.
people and turning us around.
so we
Or
get
like
out-
the bus loop.
yeah
You
the
go
bus
through the
loop,
bus loop.
the
Yeah,
bus
yeah,
loop.
not the
So-
baseball fields. My bad.
So we get to the other side, and we're coming out. Before we ever reach Miss Pinkleton, who is hands down the greatest security guard of all time,
Well, she did her job, brother.
We
She couldn't
passed-
stop us this time, but...
we passed by Officer Corbin, I believe was his name, right? Officer
Yeah.
Corbin.
Yeah.
Well, as we're heading up there, we literally see
Glenn.
cars. We literally see cars. What?
Yeah.
Glenn.
What are y'all celebrating?
Glenn.
So we...
Officer Corbin.
Nobody cares.
We're just
Name drop
telling you
him
that
of all people.
this podcast is going to keep going.
Yeah. So as we're driving up there, though, we're also seeing a line of cars of other seniors that are trying to. It's not senior skip day. This is during the awards ceremony that none of us are getting awards.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
That's
tell the
what it
story.
was.
Why did you take over?
No, my
what
bad.
happened? What the
My
fuck
bad.
happened?
None of us are getting awards.
Yeah, Josh told all the facts wrong. All right,
It was
There's-
an award ceremony.
there's an award ceremony.
Yeah.
we were not getting awards, or at least none that were worth
The only part
our
of the
time.
story
I got
need to
biggest
tell-
flirt in high school.
No, I'll tell
You
it.
and Julie. Nice.
Well, you can tell it after.
I sure did.
Yeah. You tell that part after about the next day. Let me
Julie
tell the
was
story
Josh's
first.
girlfriend.
Tell him about Officer Corbin before Pinkleton, though, because as we're leaving Officer Corbin, we like drive by him. He doesn't give a shit.
He didn't care at
No.
all.
No.
He'd already pulled me
And
over.
We're driving, and I just like look to the left, and he waves, and I wave right back at him. I'm like, "Why the fuck did
Saw
I
you
just
dead
do
ass.
that, dude? Why did I just?"
Because you
do
knew him
that?"
and you just did it instinctively.
And
Dude, Miss
then we got
Pinkleton?
to Miss Pinkleton, and go ahead, you telling me.
I
we're
would
going up the
punt
hill.
that bitch.
Yeah. Whoa! I would never do that.
Sorry, it was it was a bit much, but I hated her.
I would never do illegal drugs in the state of Virginia either, though. So this guy's a wild man. All right, so we obviously see all the people driving up there trying to get out of just the award ceremony that they didn't get into. You're expected to sit through this whole thing even if you didn't get an award. If you didn't get an award, which you are told about days prior, you're like, F this place. I'm
This
not
is
spending
an
hours.
hours long.
We're trying to go to IHOP again.
Again.
Clearly a place of trouble.
Again, yep.
So it's the three of us, me, Josh, Tyler, in my full-size Dodge Ram 1500 with a manual transmission, though. Very, very rare Dodge. I wish I would have never gotten rid of it. Anyway, we go up the hill. Pinkleton is literally stopping cars, standing in front of them, taking the risk of getting run over.
Yeah.
She's
This
doing
woman's
full
such a star,
BLM
like-
protest style, getting in front of the cars, ready to take the risk of death.
No bullshit.
No
Yeah.
bullshit. So
She was committed.
we knew that on the way up there. We're literally in a line of cars waiting to turn around as she tells them they are not allowed to leave. But we're working on a little bit of craftiness here. At least I am. So we get
Just
up there.
to be clear, before we go any further, nobody knew what the fuck was going on except
I
for
didn't
you.
tell Tyler or Josh about any of this at all. I was just like, we're stuck in this line now. And we're going to end up talking to Miss Pinkleton, which is always a nightmare.
Oh my
Up there
God.
at the top of the hill. So she's like, yeah, y'all got to turn around. She makes us, and this is a full-size truck, so I start turning it around. You know what I mean? I cut left.
You
then
forgot,
she
forgot about one part.
she did stand behind the trucks. Now, as I'm,
She jumped in front of the truck at one point.
yeah, well, she was doing that to every car. She was like, if you try to leave, I tried to speed off. She'd jump in front of the
he's
truck, and
got
I either
the-
run her over
Yeah.
and commit
He's
murder.
got the stick shift, so if you've ever done a stick shift on the hill, it accelerates a little bit. And she freaked out. She like jumped in front of it, and all of us were like,
Whoa, bitch, chill.
Jesus.
Right?
Okay, she's willing to die for
Yeah.
this.
But she was, I think,
She was in that golf
She was
cart. Like,
committed.
no, she was
This is
standing
her
on
life.
foot. She was
no,
standing
I'm
on foot.
talking about when she was in the golf cart.
Yeah.
Oh, she was
Like
speeding.
she would,
Ethan was
she
like,
would
"Can I
get
turn
after
around?"
you if you did one
She's-
slight thing wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's the best security guard ever, to be honest.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
About it.
No, she's not.
She was
Who the
committed
fuck
to
is
her
scared of
job.
her?
But you know what's good about good security guards and good cops? There's already always smarter criminals.
Always.
So I'm planning this whole thing on the way up
Like
there. I'm like,
me.
all right. So I start to turn around the whole truck. I'm like halfway there. And then she starts to stand in front of the truck. And like I'm like about to start turning it all the way around. And she's standing next to the left front fender. I'm like, you got to watch out. Like I got to turn here to be able to make this cut to be able to turn around. So she like kind of understands and steps out of the way for a second. And I make the cut. I'm already in reverse, manual transmission, and we're turning back down the hill. Tyler and Josh have no idea what's going on. They think we're going back to school
I'm in
and
a
going
window
back.
seat.
He
My
thinks,
head's bouncing. off
yeah,
the fucking-
he's in a tinted back seat. They think we're going back to the award ceremony. We're looking her straight in the eye when I've literally just swoop in reverse all the way up the hill as fast as I can. And she's running after the truck. Like we see her when the truck is going this way. We're looking at her like, oh my
fucking person
yeah, Tyler's like this. Josh is like hiding in the back seat, and I'm like sitting there like I'm fucking out this bitch. I don't even
out the window like fuck.
I've already got a full-time job and everything. I don't even give a fuck if I graduate, right? So I'm like, I'm out this bitch. I'm going to IHOP. They're horrified. They're like, we walk tomorrow or whatever.
Dude, we literally walked like I think. That
Yeah.
weekend.
Dr. Marks
Dude.
walks up tomorrow. Like,
I'm
hey.
reversing up this hill like fast, dude. We're going fast, and she's running after the truck. We're almost up to Whole Street, dude. And I literally just yanked the wheel, dude. Reverse 180, slamming into first gear, and just I didn't even look for traffic, dude. Swear to God. We reversed 180, and I got lucky that it actually worked. I'd never tried to reverse
Dude, I
180
have
in
a
this
similar
truck.
story, so keep going.
I had never reversed 180 in this truck. I'd never even done anything that crafty in this truck. Reversed 180 and caught it, slammed it into first gear, and just pulled right out into Whole Street Road into traffic. Luckily, nobody was coming.
Here's the fuck.
Banging gears into
so
second,
lucky.
third, and the whole time Miss Pinkleton's like, "You mother!" Screaming at us, run up the hill, dude.
Sprinting.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy part, and I swear to God, that was not an exaggeration. That is exactly how he executed that. And
They didn't even know about it.
I had a hand.
Oh, I believe it.
I had
I
a
believe
hand
it.
on the
Yeah.
shit handle, and I had a hand on Tyler's like.
One of the scariest feelings ever is when you're going
I had a
backwards.
hand on the old shit handle, and then I had a hand on...
And he got it straight somehow. And I remember like I'm looking at Miss
Oh, God.
Pinkerton, and then I'm looking at Whole Street. I'm like,
So it was
Oh,
traffic
you know.
coming down the hill too, and like
he
it was like a
just hit
tight
that
maneuver.
Right. He just hit that right, and we were just sitting.
I got
there
so
like,
lucky, dude. I could have
Oh my
smashed
God.
up shit.
Here's
bad.
the worst part.
I'd get
We had to pull a
smashed.
U-turn. We had to pull a U-turn at the next
God.
time, so we're just waiting. Like, you can
Is somebody
imagine.
she could have ran out, and technically, if she
Yeah.
would have ran
Put
out the
them
whole
live
street,
on
she could have
Facebook.
caught us.
And we were just sitting here waiting to take this.
Oh, Josh
U-turn
was
to
fucking
Wawa.
shook. As soon as we were on Whole Street Road out of the fucking campus, Josh was like, "What the fuck?"
Campus?
Yeah,
You mean that fucking
high
ghetto
school
brick of a high school?
high school campus, whatever you want to call it. The
And then we just drove
estate.
that
I
out.
don't know
Oh,
what you
dude,
call it.
my Lyft driver just now went to Clover Hill as a freshman when we were seniors.
Shut up.
Swear to God.
Name drop him, dude. We've done it to everybody else. Fuck
Dude,
him.
her
Tag
name
him.
was like Brianna Taylor or something.
Oh, it's a girl.
Brianna... Oh, wow, I just said Brianna Taylor.
Jeez.
Her name was Brianna.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God. You
and
should.
I swear to God, her last name was like started with a T. So I was like, what?
All right. Well, I guess I don't know if I feel bad that I don't or that I should. I don't know. Anyway,
Wow.
She was cool as fuck though, dude. She stopped at the gas station for me. You know, I bought her a water.
What a
of all
gentleman.
things, you got her a water, dude. Get her a Starbucks
What a
fucking.
gentleman.
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
It
No, a
was
Starbucks
it was
frozen
car
drink.
wash
No,
next
no, no, no,
door.
no. At the gas station, get one of them Starbucks glass drinks. You know, like-
Nah, dude, I ain't doing that shit. I was like, hey, look, you want a water? She was like, no, I'm okay. And I was like, I'm gonna get you one anyway.
Ah,
I got her a water.
What a
She was
gentleman.
Like, ah,
The
geez,
worst part
thank you.
about this story is after we make it to the island.
how many baseball championships did you win?
4.
6.
Yeah. What? You won 4 earlier. What happened? Now I don't believe you about
I
any
didn't
of
ever said I won. I won
You won
4.
2
I won
cents.
4 in Little
Won
League.
2 cents.
it. Yeah.
I
That's
won
all I'm talking about.
championships in CBC too.
How many basketball championships did you win?
1. Guess who we beat every year? Swift Creek.
That's not true because we won a championship. Y'all didn't beat us that year.
Yeah, we beat you that year. You guys fucking suck.
We went back and forth every other year, pretty much.
No, we didn't. We
Y'all
beat
were
you guys
our
every
only
time.
competition. I think we all knew that. And we
That
were,
is true,
We
man.
were
We
your
were y'all's-
only competition.
Yeah. Wait.
You know what's up.
No, we had Harrogate too, bro. They were pretty tough too.
They were tight. And Woodlake and Woolridge weren't bad.
Wood,
or whatever.
Wood Lake was full of white boys, and they also our
You're a
team was
white
full of white
boy.
boys. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
black
were you
guys are
talking
way
about
better at
Cosby?
basketball than white boys.
I was say Cosby is the Woodlake senior. Or Woolridge. There's
Man,
both of them.
fuck Cosby. Anybody that
Yeah,
went to Cosby,
fuck 'em,
fuck
dude.
you.
Yeah, if anybody's watching this from Cosby, go. Wow,
I don't
know.
care.
Wow.
I'll get too dark too quick.
Oh, I hope my
All right.
sister's watching. She went to
Hold on,
Cosby.
hold on. The end of that story is the next day, Dr. Marks sees me in the hallway.
Oh yeah, let's say that part.
Yeah.
And she said something to you?
I'm at the tech center. I never gave a shit to begin with.
Dude, I went to the tech center too.
I know, but I was just saying I wasn't even at school the next day. Josh
going,
was
Josh.
there. Sorry.
I'm 2 minutes into school, man. Like, I'm literally in school 2 minutes. And she comes up to me in the hallway and she goes, "How was breakfast?" And so I thought she was being like funny about it, so I was being funny about it too.
I'd have been like, well, I grabbed a cinnamon roll.
And
You
I was
know,
like,
it was good.
I was like, well, it was great. Like, it was great. I would have grabbed you a McMuffin if you wanted. And she proceeded to absolutely break her foot off in my ass. In the middle
Really?
of that hallway.
Dude, my mom
She
had
threatened
dinner
to not
with
let him walk.
my mom had dinner with Dr. Marks like 4 days ago.
See, the funny thing is she
I
threatened.
could sit here and
you-
tell a funny story, but I'm not gonna put her business out there like that.
Dude,
Don't.
Well, yeah, don't.
I'm telling you, she broke her foot off in my ass.
She threatened
She
you
tried
to
Yeah.
not
arrest
let you
me,
walk.
too.
Yeah, she threatened you to not let you walk. I was driving this thing. He didn't even know I was going to do it. Not even a threat. I was like, you know how like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
After she saw me fucking reversing out of that thing, out of her life that day, and reverse 180, I don't know if she was just like, that was badass. He needs to graduate. Probably not. Or if she was just like, that guy goes to the tech shed and
I'll love you forever.
there's some right there. Water.
A lighter?
My bad. I think she ran in after the kids monitor.
Dude, but
That's my night nurse, Tina.
I don't know if you guys know, but Dr. Marsh was my principal from middle school to high school.
Yeah, mine too, probably. No, maybe not mine.
I went to Bailey Bridge. She was the high school, or she was the
Middle school.
in middle school. She was the principal there, and then she was the principal at Clover Hill. As soon as I went over, and so literally, my mom I had dinner with her a few days ago. Like, I still talk to Dr. Marks.
She was awesome.
I love
Other than
Dr.
the time she
I love
put
her.
off in my
I love
life,
Deborah.
She was awesome. But she was like, yeah, if you ever even think about doing something like that again, you will not walk.
He
No,
didn't even
and
think
I-
about
You know,
doing
she
it.
warned me.
I was
She
like, we
warned me
walked
about
in
a
2
fucking.
days.
She warned me about a high school prank because I worked at First
I
Tee at the
remember
time.
that. I remember that.
I worked at First Tee, and I was like, I have these gallons or these giant trash bags, not bags, but giant trash cans of golf balls. I can put them in someone's truck, roll them down the hallways, and like that was gonna be my high school prank. It was kind of silly and stupid.
Did
but
anybody
it was
ever do
funny.
one?
Nope.
Because something I can't remember.
that's
No,
what it
no
was.
one ever did.
I remember when it was like, I remember
Supposed to happen.
Bro,
being
back in
brought up.
2000, so my brother graduated in 2007. Back in 2004, they let 200 field mice.
I heard about that.
They let 'em
yeah.
go in the whole
That's when my brother
cafeteria.
graduated too.
Yeah,
2004 and 2005.
My brother graduated. My brother graduated in 2007, and so
Yeah.
he was a freshman the year they let
My
the
brother was
mice
a
out.
junior and a senior. Yeah.
Dude, he said there were rat guts everywhere. There were freaking.
They said it was wild.
disgusting. Yeah, he said it was wild.
My other brother built a fence right there. That I think, literally, like where you pull into
The student
Clover
parking
Hill.
lot, the junior.
No,
student
no, no,
parking
no.
lot?
Where you pull into Clover Hill from Whole Street Road. Overnight, they built a fence to where nobody could get into that entrance, which is the only one. Like, unless you go over that first entrance and then drive through the bus loop or whatever, and then go down that way. Like, most people just go to that main entrance where you go down the hill. Like, they got there and there's a fence built overnight. Right there. It's like I don't think it lasted long. Probably only like 5 or 10 people saw it before they were in. It wasn't like set in real well, so you could just yank it up out of the ground, but it was hilarious.
That is hilarious.
That's unbelievable.
But yeah, good stuff. Can we resort back to baseball for one more second? I got one more thing I want to get to. No. Oh, Alex is dying. He just took more habanero. Let's get that. I want to get over here.
Yeah, it was another.
Give me that cup from Tina, though.
It's like a shot of hell. You want this one?
Yeah. Is that the right cup? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that part of it matters, man. I think it's going to taste the same.
Yeah. It'll
By the
kill
way, I don't know
everyone.
if I said it yet, but everyone listening, do me a favor and tighten up.
Tighten up, dude.
Tighten up.
Josh,
Dude, you know how good the Titans are doing this year?
pretty darn compared
Pretty
to 5 years
damn
ago.
good compared to those. What is it, like 6 and 8 Eagles or something like that?
Dude, there's no
What do
way.
you guys say about that?
There's no way we have 6 wins.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
guys
are
don't have
4
6
and
wins
Yeah,
yet.
there's no way. There's no way.
All I'm saying is Derrick Henry is going to get the Russian title for the second year in a row, and possibly, it's. I don't think he'll get it. Possibly get NFL MVP.
Mm.
I think people
ain't
look
get
too
that.
much on a quarterback to be an MVP of the year.
Yeah, Derrick
When
Henry-
when has ever a defensive player been an MVP?
Never.
Never.
Don't score enough points, man.
Why is that's stupid, bro?
I mean, technically, you got to score points to win the game.
You have to stop
gotta
points from being scored to win the game.
No doubt. But
What
you
is
have to
what is the
score
old
more.
saying, Josh? Defense wins championships.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, man. Couldn't agree more. I'm just letting you know.
No, I get it.
That's
I'm
where
just-
the
optimistic.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just stupid
It
because
would be so argued
stats are
against.
stupid.
It would be so argued against to be impossible.
It should literally be looked upon of like how does this each player play their position.
I asked you the best advice that you have for young baseball players. What is your final answer on that? I don't even know if we actually got to it.
Well, I said get off Twitter, but
That's true.
I don't know. I'm
Went
a big-
through, get off the social media and focus on what you're fucking
Yeah,
trying to do. 'Cause
I'm
if
a-
you're really trying to do it, do it. If
Get
you're
off
not,
social media to get you in trouble.
It's just like people with politics. If you want to get into politics,
No, don't even talk
get
about
into
politics,
it.
dude.
Run for office. Do something. Don't just post politics shit on fucking Twitter and on Instagram. I don't even get on this. On Facebook either. All day long. If you want to do something, do it.
Dude,
If
people
not,
love being an internet troll.
yeah, I know. If you
Yeah.
don't vote, that's all you can do anyway. So what are you doing?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Josh.
So
Yeah,
my
I've never
biggest,
voted.
my biggest thing, man, is like I've always been a proponent of like a lot of people say like work smarter, not harder, but you have to have this like willingness, this capacity to work first. So like a lot of people can do. You can work really hard and do like a lot of wrong things and still be successful.
That term is for once you get successful, in
Yeah,
my
no-
opinion.
no
You have to
doubt,
work
no
harder
doubt.
until you get there, and
No
then
doubt.
you can work
No doubt.
smarter.
So like the capacity and the willingness to work, I think is really important. Like our our guys every day, man, like we're dealing with college athletes. I want to play professional baseball. I want to play professional baseball. And the question's always like, all right, man, like, couldn't agree more. When's the last time like you based a decision around what you just said? When's the last time you made a decision and you thought, okay, well, I want to play professional baseball, so how do I
Smoking.
You can.
So how do I like get to that point? Like, what decision do I need to make right now that gets me to that point? All right, man. So start making decisions around what you want to do. Because if you want to play college baseball, you got to do a lot of shit that a lot of people aren't willing to do. But a lot of people are willing to tweet how willing they are to do it. So you just got to do it, man. Like, and you can't hide work, man. Like, the cream always rises. Like, you can't hide it, man. The first thing we do is we call all your other coaches, find out how you are as a person, as a teammate, as a worker. Because when you come here, man, like,
Well, that's another thing too. Is if you work hard, that doesn't always guarantee that you're going to end up on this level or on this table, on your desk. But it does mean that once you get there, if there's a difference between guys that have gotten there that don't work as hard and guys that have gotten there that do work as hard, obviously you're going to focus on the guys that do work as hard. So I'm not trying to say that as long as you work hard no matter what. I'm not trying to be Gary Vaynerchuk. As long as you work hard no matter what, you'll play professional baseball. I'm just saying, it's like if you do have the talent and the gift to be able to make it that level, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody can do that, Josh. Like, I don't think necessarily, maybe me and Alex, because we're actually somewhat athletic, but not everybody can just make it their goal, work as hard as they possibly can, and eventually make it to the MLB. Right?
no doubt, man.
So what you're saying, or
what
you're
you're saying is it's literally just not meant for some people.
Well, just in general, it's not possible. Or it's just
Or possible.
Not,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not,
even
it's
better.
Not
It's not
likely.
possible for
It's
some
not
people.
likely for some people.
Yeah.
Some people work really hard. Then there's talented, devoted guys that work extremely hard, and those are the guys that end up on your desk. So if you're talented and you have the gift from God, and you're not putting your full, 100% in, or not,
You're an idiot.
That's what I'm saying. You might be the
we
greatest
call them-
gift from God, but you're not gonna. You're gonna.
We call them culture keepers, dude. So, like, we tend
Okay.
to focus on culture keepers, like, guys we bring in, right? Like, so we bring them in, and it's like, okay, what's the worst case scenario here? They stink. They fucking suck.
Well,
Can't play.
they
either.
shouldn't be on your desk in
Yeah,
the first
but
place,
like,
in my opinion.
but like,
Then
they stink. They suck. Whatever, man. Like,
Agree with Ethan.
We miss.
I was saying, out of all the good players,
Yeah, I know,
this is
but,
going to be
like,
the deciding
just
factor.
Hear me out. Like, we miss.
Sorry.
Like, we miss. All right. Well, we're going to miss on the side of, like, guys who are willing to work. We're going to miss on the guys who are, even at their worst, they're going to bring up other dudes around them.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to do something in the weight room. They're going to do something in the classroom. They're going to do something off campus that makes other guys evaluate the decision-making process. So, like, if we're going to miss on guys. We're going to err on the side of caution of high-character guys.
And not high talent, because that could go away at any point.
High talent can go. Like,
Especially if you're
you can flatline at any time, man.
if you're not devoting yourself.
You know how many dudes I played with in elementary, middle, and high school that I played longer than that were way better than me?
Yes.
People flatline all the time, man.
Same with racing. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's plenty of guys with more talent that just.
And they just flatline.
Yeah, I was way
Well, they
better
don't
than
try as
Josh.
hard.
I was way better than Josh my entire career.
No doubt. No doubt. Alex was better than me all the way up until, like, I was 4. So. But, like, it's
You got me when you were 4, man. Yours just turned good.
but, like, that's
We started at 2, if you remember. He said I had the plastic bat. I'm like, okay, that's not exactly what I meant. Everybody had that, but either way, well,
Dude,
I
saw-
let it slide.
It took you 3 tries to hit the ball off the tee. It took
When
me
did
2.
when did you actually start playing baseball in an organization? I guess as early as you could. I did too. So I mean,
and
we
I'm
were
like,
probably
when did you
same-
know this is what I want to do?
Exactly. That's what
I know. I don't.
I got distracted from that earlier. Did you? Because you never played basketball. You played football in
Yeah,
high
he
school.
did. He played ball with us.
Basketball.
Yeah, he played ball.
Josh is trash
I
at
would
basketball,
always-
dude.
Yeah, I am.
He is trash, but
Dude,
I mean, he still played with us.
There's a
No,
lot
that's
of
fine.
things
I
that,
agree
like,
with
my athleticism can take over, and I can be okay at.
I'm not calling you
Basketball is
super
not
trash.
one of them. Dude,
Yeah, what's up with that?
Dude, I don't know.
Was it the dribbling? I think that's the dribbling.
No, dude, it has nothing to do with that. I'm good.
I
It
think
has nothing to do
Yeah.
with dribbling, but like,
I got 6.
it's like
Ugh.
you can't do it. It's
What-
It's just
Dude,
one of those
like,
things.
every
Like,
sport-
dude,
It's
golf,
so weird.
I've gotten great at golf. Like, I'm shooting like low 80s.
Yeah, I'm still real bad at golf. What about you,
for
Alex?
no reason.
No, it's
You
like
were good at basketball and baseball back in the day.
I was good at every sport. I just was
Oh.
never great at every sport.
Okay. You're pretty good.
I was
back
good at every sport. I wasn't
Yeah.
great at every sport.
Fuck
That's what it takes
So,
to get
like-
to the professional level like that. That's
Exactly.
kind of what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
also
Like,
different.
I never saw
You had
myself
natural
going
talent, but
I never saw myself going to the pros.
Yeah.
Yes, did I want to?
Well, dude, neither
fucking
did,
of
like,
course. Every
everybody
fucking
thinks
young man
that.
wanted to go to the pros.
Yeah.
But
Everybody
yeah.
thinks that's like what it is. Like, hey, how did you know you were going to be a ball player? And it didn't work out that way for me. It actually was like,
Last minute type.
no.
As
dude,
soon
it
as
was
you
like-
started doing well
it was like
and
enough people like I worked hard enough at it, and I was good enough at it, and then I didn't feel like I got like.
The credit you deserved.
Yeah, in a way, but it was more like
But
there was a lot of.
but the
dudes
only way
around
that you
me
would think
doing
that you-
shit that I just thought I was better than, or like I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's the same.
confident that I'm better.
The
than
only
that
way
guy.
that you would think that you deserve that credit is knowing that you put in the hard work and that you are talented. So
Yeah, but like when we're talking about, what made you think, like, all right, this is what I want to do. Honestly, man, it was just like enough people pissed me off.
did you decide this before college? When
Right around-
when
right
was this
around
decision
college.
made?
Right around when I walked on, I was like, all right, now,
I'm going to
now
prove them
kinda-
all wrong.
Yeah, now I'm kind of irritated about it because like I played around all these guys that like did a lot, got a lot more credit, and looking back at it, like when I watch video of me playing, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's why it doesn't look good. Like doesn't look good.
Oh yeah, I've had that.
Like no,
Yeah.
like you look at it and you're like, damn,
You always
dude,
think you're
if
driving
if
really
I
well
got
until you
this
see the video.
Sent this to me,
Mm-hmm.
like some kid sent this to me, I wouldn't even
Trash.
I would fucking delete it.
Yeah.
But it's like
Literally.
it's just one of
Did
those
that same
rare,
thing.
like rare things where it's just like I got angry enough and I was willing to work hard enough to where you could overcompensate for those flaws, and it got me farther than some guys got.
Yeah, exactly. I just to try to relate it to racing somehow, because a lot of my viewers are mad. I haven't talked about enough racing, but especially at that age too, because you were what, 18, 19, 20 years old at that time.
Yeah.
So at that time, I would like wait for the video of the race to come in the mail. Like, oh, I got second. How did I barely lose that race? And then, what was that?
He's like dying outside.
What was it?
I don't know.
Good question.
So then the video would come in, and I'd just almost be so embarrassed watching it by myself. 'Cause I'd be like, wow, I thought I was so
Mhm.
good.
That felt so right in the
'Cause
moment.
Yeah, and I crush people from the stands. I'm like, he should be doing this. You know this.
Yeah.
Like, he should be doing this. He should be doing this. And I am right about that, actually. I know exactly how you're supposed to do it. But I don't even know how to do it from where I'm
Yeah.
doing it when I am doing it inside the car. And nowadays I do, but I'm talking a long time ago. And it still happens a little bit now to where you're like, you watch it on video back and you're like, I could have done this better. You don't really run into that now, I'm
I
sure.
made
But
a
it's still,
play.
even in your professional career, you saw that stuff.
Dude, I made a play in an inter squad one time. You asked me earlier who was my favorite teammate, who was my favorite guy.
That guy did. He had one good question.
That was a good question. Well, it would have been Jeff Kemp. He was the best all around, like
Oh, I was just waiting for
Another
him.
name drop.
off the field.
I was just waiting for him to say me.
No. Off the field, on the field, like just great leader, great teacher, great friend, great person, man. Just awesome all the way around,
Hell yeah, dude!
And-
I love it when guys talk a lot about like other guys and like that shit.
dude. And I remember making a play, and I thought it was this badass play, like fucking run down between
Highlight reel, dude.
third and home, dude. Like tag the guy
fucking
like on a
beat him up.
swipe, like tagged him right on the leg, and like as I was tagging him, was like looking at the next play, had to spin to tag him, so I like end up like
Oh, wow.
spinning like a fucking fairy, and I know that he's this dude.
You said that, not me.
Yeah,
This
what?
dude-
You fair?
Like this dude's
How did
about
this
to
play go?
slide into third base, and I know this in my head. I'm
Excuse
like, I know where he is, and I just keep like spinning and dive down on the bag, tag it, double play. And this is an inter squad, so it's practice.
How was he off the field?
So, hold on one second.
All right.
So, I'd make this play, right, man? Like, it's a rundown. I tag this dude. I keep spinning. I'm like falling, and I just boom, roll, tag, double play. And I think it's the sickest play I've ever made.
Hell yeah.
And I look up, and I go to flip the ball to Jeff, and Jeff's got his hands on his knees and is fucking crying laughing.
Oh, no. What happened?
Crying laughing. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, that was the most awkward, slow motion fall I have ever seen. in
You're like,
my
you thought you were
life.
so sweet, and he's like,
And
that's
I
the
thought
most
it was
ungraceful
so
thing.
sick, dude. So like, and then I think about it in my head. I probably
Because you had time to think about
I
it. You're like,
probably
I'm
took like
good.
10,000 steps and was just like,
Yeah, tippy-toed
Just
your
made-
way over
just
there,
made my
caught a
way
ball,
and I thought it was like this badass
rolled around like a
swipe
douche.
tag, dive on the ball, the double play, like let's go, baby, and Jeff in tears laughing. But Jeff was the type of athlete where like
Do y'all play poker?
Yeah.
we do.
What man doesn't play poker?
Jeff is the type of athlete.
Jeff was the type of athlete, like this is why I loved him. He like got after you, but he never like embarrassed you. Like the first time I threw a ball down to second base in an inter squad, which is like a scrimmage, where you're playing your own teammates, I hesitated because nobody was at second base. So like in college, man, when you're in high school, you just have your best dude cover second base all the time.
Could listen all day.
You have your best athlete cover second base.
I'm tagging you in it right now.
All right,
Some
go for
girl
it,
hit me
baby.
up and was like, could listen to this all day.
What's up? I'm married, but
All
whatever.
right, I'm just gonna text back and say send nudes.
She means listen. 'Cause she can see. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just kidding.
I'd wait an hour or else I'd see him. Or you could do it now. I won't deny. What about, and she means listens, because that's another thing I was trying to bring up earlier, Alex. I got sidetracked when you were mad about the camera situation. That you were
I wasn't mad. I
know, I'm just
I didn't know
fucking
what was going on.
This is uploaded onto Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Radio Club, all this.
yeah.
There's like 9 different platforms where it's platforms.
Yeah, platforms. That's the
Where
word.
it's only
yeah, see,
it's-
obnoxious.
Yeah.
Platform.
That one, yeah. It's audio only, so you can't see shit anyway. That's where actually a lot of audience is at, is audio only.
Oh, you only do Facebook Live
And YouTube.
and YouTube Live?
No.
Oh, so you post it on YouTube?
Afterward.
Yeah, that means there's video. You
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's YouTube video and Facebook video, but everything else audio.
Oh, yeah.
Which seems like, well, what's left after that? There's like, dude, I don't even know.
I
all
feel
the
like Michael's
platforms.
right. You know, I kind of make my presence known without being on video.
They know
you
what's up. And you were already here anyway, but a lot of these people that, like I said, are listeners only. And I do have a lot of them. Not a lot of them, but like a lot of them that reach back to me. They're like, what? They don't even know that we switched chairs 1,000 times and shit. You know, like they have no idea what's going on in here. You know what I mean? If you think about it, they're just like, they're listening to the whole thing. They have no fucking clue.
I'm thinking about it because I'm stoned as fuck right now.
There you go. What do we want to... Oh, I want to say rest in peace, The Weekly Racer. Y'all don't know about this. The Weekly Racer is now gone forever, but apparently he got a new job doing NBC camera work or something like that, so congrats to him.
Wait. You say rest in peace.
The page, it's almost like if Turn Left Podcast was no more. He's got like his own news channel podcast. Well, he doesn't have a podcast. He's got like his own... He does mostly written
Who
stories.
is this guy?
He does like Facebook, Twitter. He's like a media guy.
Oh, okay.
He got a job with NBC now doing like media work there.
Wow, good for
So
him.
that's what I'm saying. Congratulations to him. I think it's
Fuck
to do with
yeah.
camera
Good for
setup and
him.
stuff too. But either way, I think he's doing well. I don't think it's in bad nature, but it sucks that you don't get the updates. 'Cause he used to travel around and give you updates of all the all the Virginia tracks, including Southside Speedway, which is no more too. If you don't know that, Alex.
I actually didn't know that until yesterday.
Yes.
Found out.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Very sad day. This is the last ever street stock trophy from Southside Speedway ever, Alex.
That's badass.
And that's the last ever U-Car trophy from Southside Speedway ever. They're 4 or 5 years apart. 5 years apart, almost exactly.
And they're
August
both-
28th. What does that one say?
And they're both to you?
Yeah, I get both of them. My brother won the last enduro race ever at
September
Southside Speedway.
13th.
Fucking
13th.
hell.
They're 5 days apart. Well, they're 5 days and 5 years apart. But I do have the last win ever. They got rid of this class in 2015, so I won the last race ever, and then went to another class, and then went back down to that class, and then I won the last race, not ever knowing anything about it,
Yeah.
and then now the track's closed forever.
Hell yeah.
So those, I've been thinking about doing this thing where I
At
give
least
away
way
my
to kill
trophies.
it. You know? And on a good note.
I won my last 3 races. Here's the thing: is I've been thinking about giving away all my trophies, like to fans and stuff like that, like seeing if that works. But I would never give away those two.
Yeah, I would never give away any of my trophies.
I know, but I don't know what.
Unless people paid for it.
I would
Man.
no, I'll give them away, but I don't know what to do with them.
Literally, people could give me $5 for my trophy. I'd be okay with it.
Here you go.
All right, Josh. Thanks for joining us, bro. Thanks for doing the what do they call it? The musical chairs with
Oh
us.
yeah.
That's
The
exactly what
unplanned
good.
musical chairs
We did
episode.
Musical chairs.
I think that's
Dude,
what you might have to do.
That's what
it
it's going to be
from
called
now
on
man.
YouTube. Is the unplanned musical chairs episode.
Oh, what a solid name.
I know, but it's not clickbaity, so we're gonna have to like say somebody
the
died,
one
or
with musical chairs.
we're gonna have to put a picture of like
playing musical chairs.
me elbowing Joe Biden in the face or something to be able to get views. I don't know.
We'll
figure it out, though.
I'm okay with that. Yeah,
Hey.
that'd be awesome.
I'll worry about that. I'm the producer as soon as the show ends, which is the
thought-
entire job actually. But
I thought that was my job tonight.
yeah, you can upload and everything to all the platforms
Oh,
if
yeah.
you want. It's a pain
Oh,
in the
I
dick.
will. I will. I'll let everyone know
You got it?
how. nasty of a conversation we had tonight.
God bless America.
Everybody tune in not next week. This upcoming Saturday, Mike Wilson will be in the house. Maybe Kyle Heine backstage. See you all then.
It's Heine.
Heine.
As in butt. Heine.
As in butt cheeks. That's
Battle of the Fatbacks coming on Saturday.
He'll be angry. And thank you for whoever said that they could listen all night. Alex won't be here on Saturday, but whoever said it.
I go back to Tampa. Come to see me at $5 Drinkery, the Garden.
But whoever you are, you can listen all night Saturday too, or whatever if you'd like. I'm here for you, but I am married. All right. Love you, Alex. Love you, Josh. Thanks, y'all, for coming out.
This has been what we call a blessing, my brother.
Thank you, brother. I'll come in you. And
I'm out.
I'll come bring you on sometime to just sit solely at the table. We'll have our own thing. It was supposed to it all got fucked up.
Don't plan on it because I fucking hate coming back to Richmond.
You live in Florida or California?
I live in Tampa.
The other guy lives
Tyler
in California.
lives in California.
Yeah. The whole place on fire.
Hey, you know who didn't make it here tonight? Tyler didn't make it.
Well, another jab, but he's not even around here. But
it's because Tyler
Shout
didn't
out
make
to
it
Tyler
tonight.
and his 3 kids. We're happy for you, man. We love you.
his wife. All right, Tyler. All right, everybody. All right, fans. Love you all. See you Saturday
Much
with
love.
Mike Wilson.
Mike Wilson, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, fuck